It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night once again on the Elite Racing Network and P1 Broadcasting. Few phrases are more Chicago than the one made famous by Chicago Cubs Hall of Famer Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub. He was famous for saying, "It's a beautiful day for a ball game, so let's play two." Well, it's a beautiful day for racing here at Chicagoland in Joliet, Illinois. And to borrow his line, 2 races, 1 day, everybody. Let's play 2. It's time for our Chicagoland doubleheader. Hello again, everyone. I'm Gary Gonzo. Welcome to rounds 5 and 6 of the 2026 P1 IndyCar Championship. It's the F5 Challenge Twin 187s. Race 1 is the second running ever race here. Race 2 will be our third running of ever race here. Each race will be 125 laps at 187.5 miles. Race 1 will use our normal qualifying procedure. Race 2 will be built directly upon the finish of Race 1 with a top 10 inverted. That means Race 1 winner starts in the 10th position, while 10th place finisher will earn the Race 2 pole. Everyone from 11th on back will start where they finished in Race 1. And these are not half-point races. These are full-point races. Both races will pay full championship points, with Daniel Falkenham already holding a 33-point championship lead. 2 complete races in 1 day can either pull the field back toward him or give him a huge opportunity to blow this championship wide open. As always, joining me in the call is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, what do you have to say? Let's play 2. Let's talk about what we have possibility going on here, points-wise, here at Chicagoland Speedway.
Yeah, after the race we saw on Milwaukee, oh my God, Milwaukee. Brian is getting closer about to the championship. We still have so many after the CKMNX was going to be the important stuff. But talking about Chicago, we are in Chicago and we're going to be in Chicago soon. But Daniel Falkenham is the leader of the champion, so it's gonna be excited. But surprise, Jan is in 10. Brian, I don't see Brian. No, I don't see Brian, to be honest. You're going to talk about the grid soon. Oh, Brian's second, actually. So it's going to be really, really, really important, the track over here. But, man, double header, double points for this race is going to be really important for Brian, because Brian is a little over and good chance tonight for at least getting close for the championship.
And also showing you the rookie standings, Noah Gill leads the rookie championship by just 7 points. So very close there. Not so close right now in the points championship and the overall driver points championship. Let's get that off the screen. And remind everybody to like, share, and subscribe while you're here. And if you have not done so already, either on ERN or on P1. Thanks for joining us here for the F5 Twin 187s. This is Race 1 at Chicagoland. And here's tonight's starting lineup for Race 1. This is determined by speed on qualifying.
Surprise.
And wow, we have a surprise, but someone that, I want to say it's a surprise, but someone that's definitely very high on their performance as of late, Shane Coker. He is on the pole with his first career Elite Racing League pole position. He has been on the podium here recently in a couple of the most recent Area 51 IndyCar Series races, and he was just telling me he feels good today, and he is definitely at the pointy end of the grid today. Sitting on the pole position right next to him is Brian Blauman, looking to gain on in the points championship, trying to gain on Falkenham. Frankenfeld and Seb Alexander, Matty Wags, and Ricky Paz. Lindy is joining us in the lineup tonight in P4. Jared Rexing, row 4. Right next to Lindy in the row 4 is Rexing. Then Schold, and then Falkenham back in 10th. And to be honest, it's 10th here at a drafting racetrack. That's not a very far way to go for him. He's going to be right in the battle from the get-go. Moving on, we got Watson and Camargo, teammates on row 6. Hoytsma and Forsyth in row 7. Forsyth in one of these special liveries for Justin Petschauer, who will be celebrating at lap 27 tonight, one of our broadcasting partners who recently passed away. Richie Hearn, the track record holder in real life, He sits in row 8 next to Victor Aldrich, Stockner and Hibbs in row 9, Albrecht and Smith on row 10. Decker, Holmes, Gill, and Carmichael, Brown and Stockner, Lal and Cutlip, Morera and McKiernan back to row 15. James Rakes, Osborne Stellard, Mitchum, Huckleberry, Mark Reblis, and Harrison Talon rounding out the remainder of this pretty huge, Lewis, 38-car field.
38 car field, and you can see now they are for the rookie, for all the rookie people. So, for example, Luca Hoitzma in 13 in there. He's a second, well, like you mentioned, on the championship, on the rookie championship. So it's a second. So you have a good chance to gain the good points today in this race.
Remember, the pole award is awarded by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made for sim racing gloves, gloves, shoes, and apparel. Their link is in the description. Shane Coker is on pit road. He's actually starting this in pit road.
Oh.
He's going to be your pole sitter, your 4D pole sitter, but he is going to start from pit road.
I think I just going for that, man. If it's for the race, I prefer to start it from the pole because I beat the pole, so it doesn't matter, man. But, well, it is what it is.
Falkingham already up in the 5th spot, and he's in one of those Justin Petshower honorary liveries. And we'll get a close-up where it says, thank you, Justin, on the side. There he is, our fallen co-commentator here on the channel for Tuesday nights and also the IIS ambassador. We lost him a week ago tonight, or a week ago today. Very painful, and it hurts a lot, and we will be honoring him today. He's one of the favorite people in the for a lot of these drivers in the community.
Yeah, after the race on Milwaukee, we received the news, but it was really early in the morning.
Laguna.
When it happened.
Yeah, I think it was Laguna, wasn't it?
Intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, very intense inside with Daniel and Clendy and Chad on the bottom. Clendy is going to the top with Seb Alexander on front. Oh my God! Almost with Seb Alexander, man. Wow.
Oh, in the inside. Oh! Seb Alexander tries to shut the door, and all of a sudden, Falkingham got there, but here comes Clendy. He's going to join his technical teammate at the point. Seb Alexander, your leader. He won 2 races a couple of seasons ago, the US 500, actually a year ago, the US 500 and the season ender at Gateway Worldwide Technology Raceway. Now Clendy to the point. Clendy, one of his only race win here in the Elite Racing League, came at our first doubleheader at Texas. Oh, it was like 2 seasons ago, I think.
Ricky Paz complaining against Wagner because he have a 3Y on front. He decided to slow down, and Ricky Paz, I think he didn't figure out slow down car on the front, and he hit the wall, and he maybe have a damage. Race control maybe gonna see the incident, but I don't think it's just a small touch or kiss on the wall for Ricky Paz.
Just a kiss.
But he is mad, man. He's really mad.
And he goes up the racetrack and almost gets a little contact on the end plate and against the tire of Ryan Schold. But back up front, Daniel Falkingham rockets to the point in that Justin livery. Seb Alexander in second. Clendy in third as they're trying to pull away and put a little space between themselves, and Chad Frankenfield in fourth. Ryan Blauman hanging out in fifth, and I think that's a good move for Blauman. Not a lot of teammates in this race to help him. Rexing's in there. He'll help as soon as he gets up there, but he has a ways before he gets up there. But right now, Blauman kind of independent on his own, and he's going to try to at least keep Daniel Falkingham in his sights.
Yeah, actually, Blauman is there, so it's okay. I think if it's getting closer and closer or getting around the area on the Daniel is gonna be good. for sure it's going to be difficult for Daniel because we have a Seb, we have a Chad, we have a Clendy around. So you need to be careful because these guys, they don't have nothing to lose. It's just they want to win the race tonight.
Back to the points, and we'll put up the tree. Sorry, I did not put up the tree yet. My mistake here. We'll get that. There you go. And we will show you the intervals. Took too long there. My mistake. Seb, Alexander, Daniel, Falkenham, Clindy, Frankenfeld, Blauman. And again, I want to thank everybody at the F5 Challenge for sponsoring today's race. F5 Challenge, it's a non-profit organization that enriches lives through face-to-face fellowship and exciting adventure challenges in a faith-driven environment. Its mission is built around the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. F5 Challenge inspires people to lead active, connected, and purpose-filled lives. To learn more, to get involved, all the links you need are in the description. There is Chris Albrecht, who's not in the F5 car for some reason. I might have to reload my paints.
It is in my side.
All right, we're going to reload the paints here. There he is. And the F5 Challenge, Delara. Back up front. Seb Alexander is running the point, followed by Clindy. We're waiting for some of these paints to draw in.
Man, you know what? We start to... Well,
Caution! And, oh, who we got? The Nigel Stock on his lid. Oh, he gets back to his wheels.
3 people. Peter Aldrich also involved. 4 people I seen with the Maple flag.
5. Mason Mitchum, Sirban McKiernan, Jonathan Cutlip, Nigel Stock, Victor Aldrich. Let's see what happened.
It all started with Peter Aldrich and close, actually, Jonathan Curlip.
Here we see it happened coming off of 2.
Too close.
And just touching wheels there on the outside.
Yeah.
Looks like Dan Marrero was in it, but he might have been forgiven. But look at all these cars go to the inside. Oh, Nigel Stock. We're gonna ride with Nigel Stock. He tried to miss it, and the hole just closed up. Watch this. We're gonna watch it from his point of view, and then we're gonna play it full speed. Here you go. Everything's right in front of him. There you see 2 cars touch right there off the corner. And just the hole closes up and whoop, rides the lid just like Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah, I think Dan Morera is done. Helmet damage. Yeah. Unfortunately for him, he's in the pit road.
All right, what we'll do is we'll take this opportunity while we reset the field, get a word in from some of our sponsors. Early yellow here at lap 16 of 125 for the first race of our 2-race Chicagoland doubleheader. We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
We are back and getting ready to go green here at Chicagoland Speedway as we are coming off the final corner for our ERL IndyCar style restarts. Your leader is Chad Frankenfeld, Daniel Falkenham, Ryan Schold, Gavin Hibbs. So a lot of the Little Eagle guys stayed out and picked up some track position. We'll give you updates on all those that came to pit road. First car in the order is an 8th, Seb Alexander. He came to pit road. Clindy. Mark Reblis stayed out. He is now inside the top 10. And all these cars behind Reblis are those that came to pit road.
Yeah, I think it could be good. Well, in 125 laps, first race is going to be important. How much you're going to save a fuel, or maybe take the opportunity to call the yellow flag. But I think it's already
look at this behind him. Look at this behind him. Reblis is just stuck in the middle here, just trying to hold his line, and they're going to work by him here, but they're not wasting any time. And of course, if they lose the draft, that's going to make things more difficult. In about 6 laps, we'll take a lap in silence in honor of our good friend Justin Petschauer. Number 27 was his number that he used when he raced.
I don't know about the Reblis side. If Marga should be coming to the pit, it doesn't matter if it's last. But now they have in the middle of the track and 107 Fahrenheit on the track. I think the tires is gonna be start to looking for a break or tap out. So I don't know, because it start to getting very difficult an exit on the turn 2. When you start to feel the car is not turning and you want to turn it more, the car is loose on the back.
Seb Alexander has worked his way up the 5th. Falkenham and Frankenfeld continue to swap the lead back and forth up front. Underneath, former Indy 500, 2 500-mile race winners right here together, side by side, Hunter Smith and Seb Alexander. And Seb Alexander gets the position as he moves on by. And now he's getting ready to attack a 500-mile race promoter. And Ryan Schold in 3rd. And here comes, again, Seb Alexander to the inside. And he's going to pass and slides right up in front and move Seb Alexander, the man on the move right now. He is up to 3rd.
Yeah, that's the good thing about the new tires. It just help you to be on the front faster and easily, like Seb Alexander is doing now. And Clendis follow him. For sure they're going to take the first place and try to the best to swap each other and start to skip at each other. And this is lap 26. The next one is for tribute for him, for all my partner. The second one on the Tuesday night. For Justin.
We'll take this lap in silence for our good broadcast partner who passed away last week. Back to the racing at hand. Seb Alexander is your leader here at lap 29. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is race one of our two-race F5 Challenge doubleheader, the twin 187s, 125 laps in each race tonight. So we're going to do 250 laps total. The top 10 will be inverted for race two. So whoever finishes in 10th tonight, and right now the transfer position to the pole is the F5 car. Chris Albrecht, there he is. If he were to finish right now, he would start from the pole in race two. And 11th on back will start where they finished.
When we did the tribute to Justin, do you see the forgiven on Clendy?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. He lost his front wing. He lost his front wing, and he was forgiven.
And he have a contact times 4 for the incident, so he have a tiny small damage on the car, sure. Clendy, but it's still good actually, behind on Seb Alexander. But no complaining on Clendy on the radio. So all good.
There is Wags around Paz, so this group is getting ready to lose contact with the group in front of them, but we'll go back and go through the field and also put the weather up on the screen as well. There are your conditions. 111 on the track tip, not really up there, but tire wear will become an issue as we get deeper into this run. Glindy's now in second. Frankenfeld has held on to at least the top 3 spots. He restarted this race up front. Falkingham has fallen back to 4th. He's in the middle of a Little Eagle sandwich right now because Ryan Schold right behind him, Brian Blauman. This is going to be key in the championship battle because Blauman, when he does get up there, that will be now we're going to start really impacting how he is going to try to gain on Falkingham in the points. Remember, coming into this race, 33 points behind. And these are full points races. They're not half points. So this is going to count as a full round, and the next race will count as a full round. So this is rounds 5 and 6 of the championship this season.
I thinking about it, the people need to come into the pit. It's gonna be more time and more agonic because I need to come into the pit from turn 3, coming for 4 for the apron.
Yeah.
And just break to the pit. So it's going to be at least over the minute something else. You just thinking about it, it's 32 seconds between you coming to the pit to the exit to the pit.
Yeah, and that's coming under yellow conditions. They don't have to enter pit road off of turns 3 and 4 under yellow conditions. They just enter off of turn 4. So it's going to be you're right, this is going to be much longer. And the one that's looking to gain here will be Brian Blauman. He is the third car in line. There he is. He is the third car in line who came to pit road during that caution.
And that's helped a lot because Daniel Falkingham is need to come into the pit in about maybe 15 more laps maybe, or something like that, around, let's say maybe 10 or a little bit more to the cycle. But who knows, maybe we're going to have a yellow flag in between. but it's gonna be really interesting that all of these guys to the pit, they're gonna lose for sure a lap.
And I think some of these drivers are banking on a lot of cautions like we had in our last oval race, but big difference in racetracks. Flat and tight at Milwaukee, pretty wide, banked and fast here at Chicagoland. 3 of the top 5 closest IndyCar races in IndyCar history. Not just, we're not talking Elite Racing League history, we're talking IndyCar history, have happened at this racetrack, including the closest finish ever, 24 ten-thousandths of a second, Sam Hornish over Allenter Jr.
Always Chicagoland make the closest, man.
So
I was really excited when
if
they
you don't know what that is, this is 24. This is me trying to write with my mouse. 00024. Yeah, that's the margin of victory that Allenter Jr. lost by. Riding with Brian Blauman right now, and we see him well in excess of 200 miles an hour. I'm sorry, it was 0024. I did it wrong. Let's do it again. 0024. There you go. That's it. That's the margin of it. I'm sorry. I had to put a third 0 there. Gary. I should stop my illustration like John Madden and just stick to the racing.
Man, I really feel like remember on Gateway last Gateway Worldwide Technology Raceway when Chad was on the pole and some of the races have a good chance to win the race, and he decided to stay out and then come into the pit and come in the yellow flag out, and then he lose a lap and then start all over again. Now Chad is on the points, on the leader points now. He's leading the race, and he needs to come into the pit. So fingers crossed for him, or finally have a good race finish after with many disappointment races. When they said I have it, but then always something happened on the track, and then make him finish the race in poor. Outside the top 10.
Someone in chat over on the Elite Racing Network asked which of top 10 have pitted. I just gave you a little dash marks to the top 15. Anybody, and actually on the tree right now, you see laps since last pit. And so those with the lower lap counts are those that came in early under that early caution. And so we expect Frankenfield, Falkingham, Schold, Hibbs, Smith all come to pit road. Probably, you're right, about the next 10 laps or so. You can get to 50 laps pretty easily. We run at these mile-and-a-halfs pretty commonly in the Oval Series. And they are sprint races. Typically, they're about 75-lap races. So it's pretty common to get about 50 laps to a stint. So they're right in that neighborhood. Remember, you throw in the caution on top of that, and that's you kind of add to that stint time. Mason Mitchum, he had some damage at one point, but he is repaired, and he is up into the 15th position. He has pretty good luck at these mile-and-a-half intermediate tracks, racing his teammate, the maestro Ricky Paz. Ricky Paz lives in the same town as my wife grew up in northern Indiana, found out. Huh. Oh, into the wall, yeah. Mason Mitchum. Schold and Hibbs, teammates, trying to work together here. Right in front of him, right in front of them, Daniel Falkingham.
I think Chad called for the pits now.
All right, we'll see what he does. He's going to have to enter off of turn 3. And
yes,
he does, underneath the white line, and he's got to really slow it down on a very flat and slick apron. And then he needs to get down to 45 miles per hour at those cones, and he does.
Okay, so also race control, remind everyone that if you're going to the pits and passing the white line after you come into the apron to come into the pit, you have a penalty right through.
Ooh. So incentive not to mess up the approach. And now we see when Daniel Falkingham is going to make that turn down pit road, or at least down the back stretch. He is conserving up front, riding in the draft right now of Clindy and Seb Alexander right ahead of him. Chad Frankenfeld is now down a lap, and he's out in 32nd position. Mark Reblis coming to pit road. Other cars I see on pit road. Rakes coming off of pit road. McKiernan coming off of pit road. Hunter Smith coming on the pit road in the P1 car. In front of him also, that is Hibbs coming to pit road. So costly pit stops here under green flag conditions. And here comes Daniel Falkingham down to the apron. Ryan Schold almost clips the grass. Nick Stockner up to 7th position.
I think everyone make practice pit entry road. And that's good, though.
No, that's what you have to do. I mean, it's very difficult here, especially with the additional added rule. And that's a league rule. That's not something that iRacing would enforce, like at, say, Gateway or Homestead, for that matter. You could, in a regular race here, just exit off of 4 like normal. So they are kind of mimicking what IndyCar would do if they did come here in real life. I believe they would come to pit road off of 3. Chicagoland Speedway opened in 2001.
Oh my God. You know what? Sorry. Chad Frankenfeld complaining on the exit of the pit road of the Daniel Falkingham. He just exited the pit road and he stayed in the middle of the track. And Chad complaining about the approach exit of the pit road after exited at the pit road.
Well, we'll see what happens on the replay. Let's try to get a little one from the little blimp shot from the P1 airship. And there you see him coming around the corner. He cannot get back on the racetrack and passes that blue line. He's on the blue line, and he goes right on up in the middle of the lane. And wow, our pole sitter, who started from pit road, had the split Falkingham and Frankenfeld with a little bit of a chirp on the radio, not liking that one.
That was crazy, man. But all good.
IndyCar came here in 2001. It's 18 degrees of banking, 11 degrees on the front stretch, 5 degrees on the back stretch with a curved backstretch. 10 IndyCar races have produced 8 different winners here. Sam Hornish, Dan Weldon, Dario Franchitti each won twice. Jacques Lazier won the inaugural race in 2001, his only win here in IndyCar racing with Adrian Fernandez. Elio Castroneves and Ryan Briscoe also winning during that 10-year run. The closest finish in IndyCar history, of course, happened here in 2003, and the closest finishes in 2008 and 2009 also happened here at Chicagoland. Back up front. Let's go and look at the current stint count for these guys up front. This is Seb Alexander, 46 laps in, so he is now due to come to pit road about any time. I think I did see someone making the dive down pit road. I'm not sure who that was. I think I saw a white car coming to pit road. We'll find out here real quick. Harrison Talon. Harrison Talon, yeah, he's coming to pit road for a scheduled stop in the plain white wrapper. Purple lap this race, Noah Gill set earlier, 2:17.7.
Seb Alexander's called for the pit now.
So Seb Alexander goes 48 laps down this stint.
Well, he can cut the 61 in Divine 2. He needs one more stop. He can make it one short. Just good to go to the end.
Seemed like he just stopped, and that's how fast we're clicking him off here in race 1 of our 2-race doubleheader today. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Watching 2-time race winner and a 500-mile race champion from the U.S. 500. Seb Alexander coming to pit road for a scheduled stop. Clindy's still out there. He is behind, who's he behind? He's behind Noah Carmichael. Now he pulls alongside and passes Carmichael. Working on the draft now, Mark Reblis. So Clindy now with a pretty big lead by 2 seconds. And he is enjoying a little bit of a draft and fuel mileage. Behind him is Brian Blauman in second. And he has himself about a 4-second lead over P3 Chris Albrecht, the former Indy 500 pole winner. He's coming to pit road. Craig Forsythe's coming to pit road. Oh! Chris Albrecht goes up over the white line. Are we going to get a penalty out of that? Oh, they lock up. Chris Albrecht, Craig Forsythe.
That's...
Blauman coming to pit road, scheduled stop. Mason Mitchum staying out. We know Mason can save fuel. He's going to run up to get up into the second position. Nicholas Stockner now up in the third. Noah Gill leading the rookie points. He is up to fourth. Jared Rexing. There's that teammate that we were talking about to Brian Blauman. And a former winner here in the series, Shane Coker. He's coming to pit road. Started from pit road. Won the pole. He is up to seventh right now. Clindy out there still turning laps. He is 53 laps into his current stint. He's doing pretty good. I mean, the 53 laps is what Hunter Smith did in his first stint, and that included caution laps.
That is a good lap mileage for him, because actually he's coming now. Yeah,
oh, he's in the same thing too. We'll see what happens with race control.
Oh no, he just race control find out about Chris, so fingers crossed on Clindy, because if his race control didn't catch him, so he's lucky.
Well,
we
unfortunately I had the camera on him.
Oh no, but you know what? Sometimes the camera says something and the race control say different. So I see races.
Oh, look at this. Pass for position coming to pit road. Noah Gill on the outside of Stockner to the inside. Here comes Jared Rexing. This is a race on the pit road for position. This is currently for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the racetrack.
Man, what a pass, man, for the outside. Outside is hard, man. For outside, it's really difficult. So, good job on that.
We'll watch Noah, this is Noah Gill. We'll watch him come to pit road, leading the rookie points. He's down on the way. He moves ahead of Stockner and moves ahead of Rexing. Mason Mitchum on pit road for his scheduled stop. And Chris Albrecht coming through pit road with the black flag and the drive-through, unfortunately. And that's probably going to cost them a chance for win here in race number 1. So now do we see race control give a penalty to Clindy?
I don't think they see them. Oh, lucky guy.
There's Gavin Hibbs now. He has worked up the third position. So we have now, though, on the second, I guess the primary strategy. Dozit stayed out under the first caution. Oh, threading the needle. Daniel Falkingham down the back straightaway. Hayden Law, Michael Rakes. Everybody in the same neighborhood as our leader. He is your leader right now by 1.3 seconds over Chad Frankenfield. Chad racing his teammate, Gavin Hibbs, and right with him, Seb Alexander. We're going to go 3 wide. This is for second position on the racetrack. And here goes Seb Alexander from P5 to P2. Oh, into the wall, Gavin Hibbs.
Oh.
Back up to that battle at hand. In the neighborhood now with the leader is primetime John Steller, who's down in 24th position. He's on a different strategy at the moment. Lap 76 of 125. This is where we would be ending our fixed Oval Series coverage. So 50 bonus laps. Clindy, purple lap, 2:17.733. Last time we raced here in the Elite Racing League, we are at the Elite Grand Prix of Monterey. Daniel Falkingham did considerably more than win from the pole. He set the fastest lap, led every one of the 95 race laps, and won by 24 seconds over Seb Alexander, completing a race grand slam. He's now one of 4 different drivers in Elite Racing League history to win the grand slam, and currently now leads this race and leads the points championship. And, Louis, we could talk about this right now. If he gets the win here today and he comes back strong and finishes strong in the next race, I'm going to say it right now, it's going to be mighty tough for the remainder of this season. I mean, he almost has a Palou-like lead that he could cover pretty much for the rest of the season just by finishing consistent. Doesn't even have to win, just finish consistent for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be difficult. So he needs to, just like I just said, if it this day have a good result, or he can win both of them, what if just have the job done on Watkins Glen, Las Vegas, man? It's going to be difficult, man. We finally a league have Las Vegas in the schedule, so it's going to be over there September 10, and then it's going to be the difficult part. The difficult part, October 1st to October 29th, when we have a back-to-back races.
Yeah, it is a grind to finish this season, by the way.
But everything gonna happen. It could be like Daniel Falkingham learn about the mistakes he did on last season and specific races about the black flag on Auto Club, or sorry, in Michigan. And other ones, they have some problems around the track with the lap downs or even penalties because mistakes he made it. This time it's like, you know what? I just do my race. If you're gonna finish on 3rd or 2nd or 5th, it could have been good. But it just, I think if he win today and win the next one, I agree with you. I agree because the guy is very strong on the road course.
Clindy up in the wall off of turn 2, and now he falls into the grasp of Ryan Schold to the inside. This is the 25th and 26th career races at Chicagoland Speedway for the entire Elite Racing League. Chad Frankenfeld has a win here in 2019 in the Grand National Series. That's and Gavin Hibbs has a win here in the Cup Series from 2026A. Those are other winners in other Elite Racing League competition. The last time we ran here in the Elite Racing League, we ran 200 laps with 34 cars. Adriano Pinero won from the pole. Chad Frankenfeld led a race-high 66 laps and finished 4th. And the race produced an incredible 32 lead changes and only 3 cautions for 9 laps. Brian Blauland is one of the returning drivers with a strong result from the first race here. He started 16th and finished 5th. Chad Frankenfeld, we mentioned, finished 4th. Hunter Smith also led 33 laps before an early exit. And Tristan Fortson, who's not in the lineup, but occasionally is, he led 34 laps that day as well for our inaugural running here. Gavin Hibbs, Blauman side by side down the backstretch.
A very surprised about Candyman. Race control didn't see it, and look at him. He can continue in top 5.
I don't want to say anything else. I don't want to impact any timing and scoring out there. But I will move the camera to Matt Wagner in 10th spot. Last time we ran here, he finished 7th. So he's having another good race. Craig Forsyth, last time we ran here, Craig Forsyth finished 9th. Sam Alexander, he has caught Daniel Falkingham.
Look at all the rookies. The best, I don't want to say rookies, Mason Mitchell.
Rookie, these are really, a lot of these are rookie in name only.
Yeah, but in the championship, he is a rookie, so the best one. He's in 12th now. We have Noah Gills in 14, a good one over there. And then we have Stockner on 19. So that's the best on top 10, 20, actually, the rookies. And somebody's coming to the pit. I don't know who's that. Mark Robles. I think it's coming for the last one.
This will be Mark Robles' final stop at lap 90 of 125. A very good race everyone's having. Noah Gill is leading a pack of drivers. James Watson, Trey Holmes, Richie Hearn, Shane Coker. This is 13th, 14th, 15th. Right in front of him, Jared Rexing. That's 12th. They're all leading. This is an active pack for positions right here. Stick with us. After the race, we will interview the race winner only, and then we will get you ready for race number 2.
Pretty good for so far for now. It's supposedly be a 1-hour race for now.
I like how you keep saying, for now, for now, for now.
Well, I hope it's going to be like that. Seb Alexander still have some lap down in front. He's close to Danny Falkingham. But, man.
And right now, sorry, I didn't notice this until now, until I moved the camera. For some reason it says, what am I doing? Why does it say save to this PC? There it is. Get that. Anyways, yeah, sorry. Seb Alexander, he is now right behind that pack of drivers. The leaders are right there.
Yeah, they are right there. Actually, I really... this is the time if you make a mistake, you're going to lose the race. So just keep an eyes, open your eyes, all the sense to the next pit stop coming in about maybe between now to 5 or 10 more laps.
Yeah, and it's going to be a shorter... Oh, contact! And that put... Who was that? That was Falkingham into the wall, and Falkingham is damaged. Falkingham went airborne. He came down, but he is damaged right now, and he is starting to fall back, and he's actually going to get passed by Brian Blauman now. Championship implications with the incident going into turn 3 down the backstretch. We're going to go check that out again. We're going to replay it.
I'd assume it's just race deal because they are no side by side when the Danny Falkingham tried to make the approach. So, it's going to be a hard deal for race control. But once again, we're talking about Daniel Fockingham is going to lose at least 15 seconds on the pit road.
And he's going to have to come to pit road. It is Seb Alexander. Seb Alexander, black flag. Seb Alexander, black flag. He's going to have to come to pit road, and that's going to put the lead to Brian Blauman, who is now ahead. He is starting to zero in. Now he's going to have to stop for a final stop here. 30 to go, but can he win 2 races in a row? Here comes Gavin Hibbs on the high side. He's looking for the pass in the lead. He sees an opportunity. It's been a long drought since Gavin Hibbs was in victory lane. He wants to get back. We talked about it. He won here in the Cup Series in the A season of 2026. Remember, we're in the B season, so he has a win here not too long ago, and he's looking to back up his Cup win in the A season with an IndyCar win in the B season. But he's still going to have to come to pit road, and still before this race is over. He is 44 laps into his stint with 28 laps to go.
Man, what opportunity for Brian Blauman to getting close to for the championship, but also getting close on the win one more race. I think good for Brian. Leave past Gabby Gibbs, because Gabby Gibbs needs to come into the pits so far.
Well, Blauman's going to have to come into the pits too. He's 31. Actually, he might be able to bring this home at 31 laps into the stint. He pit at a lap 67. He might be able to go to the end, but not with Clindy. Well, Clindy's kind of in the same boat. Clindy's 28. Actually, Clindy probably has a little bit more fuel on board. Clindy is 28 laps into his current stint. We'll give you stint lengths here.
Yeah, they're forgiving Clendy on the race.
But I know. But Seb Alexander picked up the penalty, and that was, I don't know. I can't make the call. It looked. You're right. You said something. You said it looked very racing deal like. It looked racing deal to me, but the stewards made their call. I can't question the stewards. The stewards know better and have better angles and have more time to look at it than I did. So, I can't say it's a racing deal.
Used to Bobby answer questioning the race control, so I can question it.
So Bobby, Bobby answer. Well, I don't know about that.
Gavin Gibbs coming to the pit now.
Gavin Hibbs, here's final stop at 25 to go. Then Brian Blauman, can he limp this car home? And Clindy staying right behind him and not racing him makes me think that Clindy is biding his time. Trankenfeld, 2:17.8, new purple lap set. But there is a big gap between these two, and back to third place, Mason Mitchum.
Wait, can they finish the race like this?
They might.
Oh, Clindy have a big chance. He did 55. Brian did 52 last lap. Mason Mitchell 57. So I think it might be finish the race like this, and that's why Brian didn't even attempt to make defend it on the position. But Clint is coming, and it's coming. I think it's time to take the lead. But I think for Brian it doesn't matter, because Daniel Fockingham is in 19 on the back with one lap down.
Big lift for Clindy going into turn 3. Now he does have dirty air in front of him. He gets in behind Wags. Going to use Wags to allow the draft to pull him right back up into this battle. Does he lift again? Drops the 5th gear. Does he lift again in 3? If he's lifting, he's saving. There is 20 seconds back to Trey Holmes now, who is in 3rd. A little bit of a lift. Puff of smoke on the front stretch. No caution flag. Car down low. Coming back up on the racetrack. Not sure who that is.
Chad Frankenfield. That's why it's great force. I say no, because he thought he's going to come into the pit. Or maybe he's going to have a through the yellow flag. It's going to be a really
here's what happened for Chad Frankenfeld. Off of 4, he loses the car. And was there I mean, he's racing a teammate in the neighborhood. Did they make contact? And that is I'm not sure who the
Gabby Gibbs.
Hibbs makes call.
Oh, no.
That's Little Eagle on Little Eagle violence, and that's fratricide. And what is Rule 1 when you race your teammate, Luis? What is Rule 1?
But wait, Chad is complaining. Oh, don't wreck your teammate.
That's right. And Rule number 2 is?
Don't wreck your teammate, man.
See, rule number 1 is don't wreck your teammate. Rule number 2 is don't see Rule 1. That's what you got to refer back to Rule 1.
don't wreck the admin on the league.
That was Josh Osborne that they were racing around, and he is in that commemorative livery of Kyle Busch.
Yeah, I don't know why Chad blamed Joshua. Don't know that part, but I can hear just Chad and Joshua talking about something. So, don't know. Maybe I guessing they blame him, but Chad, no good, man. 3 wide with 60 to go. Oof. Clendy with the Brian on front.
Side by side. So again, we'll check Chad's radio. What's he say? Okay, he says nothing right now.
No, don't say that. Actually, he don't say.
No,
that.
I just played the Fox sound again.
No, you know what? It's not. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't hear too much.
Yeah, well, you won't be able to hear. I got to get a soundboard that you could hear as well, and that we could play that sound effect. Clindy to the lead. Clindy making a rare one-off start, but has one win in the Elite Racing League at our last doubleheader at Texas. Want to thank our partners with 14 laps to go here. Blue Egg Marketing, Lucas Oil School of Racing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, and Tom Boland Ford. Last time we raced at Texas Motor Speedway, I believe the first race was won. Was it that? That was Tyler Fode, and second race was Clindy, I think.
Yes, Clindy was DNF on the first, and he won the first. Second one.
Yeah, Tyler Fode, Seb Alexander, and Liam O'Sullivan, the Triple Crown winner from Velocity Online Racing, and then race 2 was Clindy, Craig Forsyth, and Adriano Pinero. Those were slugfest races. Each one of those races had 6 cautions. We've only had, getting close behind them there. We've only had a handful of cautions in this one. Here goes Seb Alexander around Brian Blauman, but 12 to go. Can these two up at the front playing the mileage game? Clindy riding in the draft of Shane Coker, someone that sponsors him in the Oval Series, giving him a little bit of a hand. Our pole sitter trying to bring one of his paid drivers to the front. Goes to the high side around him. Shane Coker concedes to the leader, now tucks back up, and now 3 cars separate our leader from P2, Brian Blauman, who looks slow under McKiernan, who is in that Myers, racing livery, and that when they used to run that pink all the time. Jordan Decker, pit road. He couldn't make it. Chris Albrecht on pit road. He couldn't make it. They went. They stopped at lap 114 and both together. Or excuse me, they're stopping at lap 114. They went 42 laps. Coming off the corner, Clindy's going to stay in the draft of Seb Alexander. That's exactly what he wants. 8 to go at the line. Yeah, Myers Shank livery, sorry. The Shank name just couldn't escape my mind. I'm like, God. And we haven't even talked about the deep racing, oval racing history in the Chicagoland area.
Oh, Ryan's coming to the beat.
Ryan Blauman coming to pit road. So he couldn't make it. So can Clindy make it? Can Mason Mitchum make it?
What a painful.
Huckleberry in the Purdue car coming back on the speedway. We'll ride with Clindy again and see what he sounds like. Let's show you last laps, by the way. That's time. We want to show last lap speed. Here's last lap speed. Here he goes. Clindy 208, down 4 miles per hour. Mason Mitchum in the same neighborhood. Stockner at full chat right now, 212.
Brian just popped fuel, no tire, and he's coming dancing on the man.
Big lift for Clindy.
It's, wow.
Can an economy run win race 1 of our 2-race doubleheader? Can Clindy do what he did at our first doubleheader back in 2025B with the Texas Twin 275s? He's riding in the draft of Gavin Hibbs now, or he's going to ride in the draft of Gavin Hibbs. Gavin Hibbs goes on High State. Huckleberry in the Purdue car. That's the only time we're going to see something that's going to be Purdue at the top of the charts today during the football season. 218.3. He's not going to like that. He's not going to like that. But it's true. Clindy's going to lit Caution is out, and that is the race. The race is done, and Clindy is going to do it on fuel mileage. And was it Miles Brown? Who was it?
I'll let you know. It's
I don't know who it was.
Carmichael? I think Carmichael. No, it's not Carmichael. No. I don't know who's that. Ryan Shaw, maybe? Let's see.
Watch Carmichael. He was coming out of pit road.
Can be him?
I don't know. We're watching full speed here and see what happens. Yes, it's him. He loses it coming off the corner, and it was just enough to trick the auto stewarding into a caution. So Clindy's going to win this. And we're going to ask him how much fuel he had in the tank. This is going to be a second career win here in the Elite Racing League. He's going to start race number 2 in the 10th position.
Wait, hips? They say hips also too? Oh yeah,
But
they
look
said
at-
Noah. It is.
Hold on a second.
They said on the radio said how Noah make the yellow flag with Chad spun in the
Because Chad
the
went
men's
to the
race.
grass, and then he came up, and
Yeah,
he was.
exactly.
It's the way your car is perpendicular to the racetrack. I believe that's what triggers it, and he was perpendicular enough that, and I believed in the racing line, and that is what triggered it. Now Clindy going down to the apron. Does he need to get down there because he's running low on fuel? We're gonna listen. We're gonna ride with him. He needs to cross the start-finish line. Final lap, and this is going to be Clindy's race if he can bring it back around. Mason Mitchum is going to get his second career podium. And Nicholas Stockner is going to get his first career podium here in race 1. And look at the rookies. You talked about the rookies earlier, Lewis. Look at the rookies. Second, Mason Mitchum is a rookie in name only. But Stockner, Hoytsma, and Gill, second, third, fourth, and sixth in the top 10. Daniel Falkingham somehow manages to bring the car back in 10th. And he was 3 positions or 2 positions better than Brian Blauman, so he's going to actually gain points out of this.
Yeah, I wanted to start the radio, but yeah, good for the rookie. So I know rookie is not Mason, but Nicholas Stocker, good for him. Look at Hoytsman for the championship. Is good for him because he's over the other ones behind. So it's gonna be good for him. It's Noah Gill actually is 6. So maybe Hoytsman is gonna gain. Maybe gonna take the lead on the rookie standing.
Glindy with his 2nd career win in the Elite Racing League. And his 7th career podium, his 10th career top 5, and 11th career top 10s. Mason Mitchum in 2nd. This is his 2nd career podium from when he finished on, I believe he finished on the podium at Auto Club at the 500 in 2026A. Nicholas Stockner, he is in his 3rd start here in the series and his 1st podium. First top 5, first top 10. So congratulations to him. Lucas Hoytsma, Jared Rexing in the top 5, Noah Gill in 6, Gavin Hibbs 7th, John Stellard in 8th, Shane Coker, not too bad for starting from pit road and trying to just staying out of everyone's way, still won the pole, comes home 9th, and guess what? He's going to start on the front row for race 2. He can't avoid the front row tonight. But the dangerous thing here, Daniel Falkingham in 10th. Guess who starts from the pole in race number 2?
It is Daniel Falkingham.
Ryan Schold, rookie Paz, Brian Blauman, Craig Forsyth, Hunter Smith, your top 15, Chad Frankenfield, Matty Wags, Mark Reblis, James Watson, Trey Holmes at your top 20. Richie Hearn, James Albrecht Decker, and Rach, your top 25. Camargo, Huckleberry, Seb Alexander, McKiernan, Talon, your top 30. We're not done yet. We got a big field here tonight, everybody. Osborne, Carmichael, Law, Brown, Marrera, Aldrich, Stock, and Cutlip. I believe that is your entire 38-car field here tonight. So what we need to do here is, in pretty quick order, and while I get these replays queued up, Luis, your driver of race 1.
Driver of race 1, race 5 actually on the week on the schedule. It's gonna be John Stellar. I cannot give you to Mason Benchon because I stopped due, but it's no interview actually, so I can give it to him. So it's gonna be.
Well, he might show up. He might actually show up and for the interview after race 2. We really don't have time to do the podium, so we'll see. But you can give it to whoever you want. It's your award.
So Mason Mitchell with started for 35. Fits on 2nd, so it's gonna be Mason Mitchell, the driver of the day. I thought it's John Stellar, but also mentioned to him.
Well, we will give. I'll tell you what. We'll give each a little TV time.
Okay.
And there's John Stellard, prime time, and with the prime time top 10. And Mason Mitchum, we told you he likes these racetracks, and he also saves fuel, and he showed it. And we'll get in Glindy here. All right, let's get into the interview room, and let's bring in. Let's see. There is Glindy. Here he is. Made an impromptu decision to join us tonight, and it paid off with a win. Let's talk about that last stint. How much fuel was left in the tank?
Enough to get home, and that was it. But that yellow made it so I could put on a smoke show for our buddy JP.
Let's talk about that. We were starting to calculate when you saw Blauman come in. What did you start thinking there? I mean, or by that point, did you already know that you had the calculations to get to the end?
I knew I was going to make it. I just needed to catch traffic like I did. Perfectly, I caught up right to Shane and John right at the end there, and they were going to tow me home no matter what. So unfortunately, Shane's tires just fell off too badly, and I had to put him a lap down. But I think it cost him like a spot, so I don't feel terrible about it considering how the race ended. But yeah, those guys, we ran the numbers together, and I just made it work. I was thinking maybe Falkingham and Seb would be fast enough to unlap themselves but not catch me, and that seemed to be exactly the case, even after their incident, right? So if you disregard the incident and just pretend that was their stop, like they were an extra lap down because of the drive-through. But that the pace was there. Like the strategy that I was on was definitely the best one, and I did the best I could to save fuel and keep pace the first run. I wish I would have been able to squeeze out one more lap of mileage there just to make it so I could have pushed a little sooner at the end, because I was map 5 all the way to the end. And if I was ever going to be by myself, I think I came out in no man's land, and I switched to map 6 for 5 laps, and I'm like, that's going to be so hard to make back up. And I tried really, really hard to lead the memorial lap in the first stint, and I'm like, okay, so those two things are like the same. Pushing to catch the pack and pushing to lead the memorial stint, it's going to be about the same. So I just kind of mental mathed that to be, all right, now I've got to save extra. So, you do a little extra to stunt on them, and then, it pays off sometimes. I guess JP liked the show.
Second career win here in the series in your 35th start. And you came into the night leading a 164 laps career in your Elite Racing League career. You added to that another 24 tonight. Congratulations. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
First and foremost, thanks to Hunter Engrave. He was the first person to text me. Congratulations. We miss him so much out here on the track, and glad that he's getting healthy and better and stronger and recovering. So we'll see him soon, I hope. I miss him very dearly. He's a very dear friend of mine. And then, of course, thanks to Chad for letting me race last minute here at my home track. Thanks to my mom for tuning in and cheering me on the Elite Racing Network. Thanks to everybody who tuned in on P1 Broadcasting. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks to my cousin Craig. He lost his brother this week. He was at Mike's services today. So my cousin Mike, rest in peace, brother. And we'll see you on the other side. I'm sure he and my dad are going to go fishing here pretty soon. So, of course, thanks to everybody who runs the Votive Racing League. We're racing at Legacy Atlanta, which will be just like this. Multi-groove tire deg action on Sunday evening at 8:30 or 8:15 Eastern time, Sunday night. And then we've got a second one here where I'll be starting 10th, and I'm going to try to double up. I'm going to try to win both these bad boys. So last time I did the Texas two-step, I think I was first and second in both of those, but I'm going to go first and first here in the double dog here in Chicagoland.
Congratulations on your second career wins. Let me see if my database has answered my question here. So there have been 40 different winners in the Elite Racing League, and now 16 drivers have won 2 or more races. You have now joined that fraternity. Congratulations. We will maybe see if number 3 can sweep the night here in a little bit. We'll let you get ready for race number 2, but congratulations, Clindy. Win number 2 in your career.
Thank you so much, Gary. Luis, I'll catch you later. Oh, I'll see you in like 90 minutes.
he feels pretty good tonight. What did you say that, Luis?
That's good for him to be in that spirit for the next one. Man, it's gonna be another tough race for them, man.
Okay. Have you loaded into the second session yet?
No.
No? Okay. I think the second session is up. I don't know how much time we have before that race starts, and this race, actually, this is now officially over. I just don't know how long before that race kicks off. So we're going to wrap up coverage here for race 1. I'm going to bring up a intermission screen. I'm going to mute our mics. This is your chance to go get a Coke, go to the restroom, whatever it is, and stay tuned. We'll be right back for race number 2. It's going to be a day race. A lot of what you saw here today is going to be exactly what you saw for race 1. It's exactly what you're going to see for race 2. And we'll get some words in from our sponsors and everything, so don't go anywhere. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Race 1 of the F5 Challenge Twin 187s was won by Clindy, his second career win. Mason Mitchum finished second. Nicholas Stockner finished third. I believe those are career bests for both of those drivers here in the Elite Racing League. And stand by for race 2. Don't go anywhere. And we are back here for our second race of our F5 Challenge Twin 187s. Race 2 getting ready to get underway. Welcome back here to Chicagoland Speedway here on Elite Racing Network and P1 Broadcasting. Race number 2, round 6, the third running here of the Elite Racing League at Chicagoland Speedway. Under almost identical conditions from race 1, we are lining up, getting ready to go racing. There is your lineup: Falkenham, Coker, Stellard, and Hibbs, Gill and Rexing, Hoytsema and Stockner, and Mitchum and Clindy. That is top 2. We're going to get one extra lap here.
Yes.
Have to do some, let's get the weather off now. Yeah. And let's continue the, now everybody from this point on back is where they finished in race 1. So Scholden, Paz, Blauman, Forsyth, Smith and Frankenfeld, Wagner, Watson, Holmes and Hearn, James and Albrecht, Decker and Rakes, Camargo, Huckleberry, Alexander and McKernan, Talon and Osborne. Why is Daniel Falkingham at a standstill on the backstretch?
Something about the brake, he said. Something about that.
Carmichael
Don't know what
Law.
happened with him.
Sorry, Brown, Aldrich, Cutlip, Stockner. So we will see if he can get his position back. And he is starting to move. Now, can he get his position back?
I'll let you know. Something about the brake pedal have an issue. I think I hear that.
He only needs it for about 2 times this race. So that's going to move the VRL teammates up to the front row. This is interesting. This is okay, maybe an opportunity for Blauman here in this championship. And we are going to go one extra lap, I think. Are we on that lap now? I think we might be on that lap now. So we will stay with the lead group here. Points are updated, by the way, as we are down the backstretch. Let's give you the update on points. Falkingham leads the championship now by 42 points over Brian Blauman. Noah Gill up in the 3rd. Hoytsma 4th. Gavin Hibbs 5th. Seb Alexander 6th. Ryan Schultz 7th. Mason Mitchum now 8th, Craig Forsyth 9th, and Hunter Smith in 10th. That is the points after race number 1 of this 2-race doubleheader.
So yeah, basically John Stella is going to start it from the pole, I guess, because it's in the second on the line on the inside, so he's a green flag.
And he's not going to waste any time. He is off, and he's going to bring Gill with him. He maybe should have coordinated that a little bit better with his teammate up front as they run side by side through 1. Gill gets on by. He's going to bring Rexing with him as they go off of 2 down the backstretch. This is lap 1 of race number 2. Rexing looking to the inside on right there on Gill, going into 3 and 4. Gavin Hibbs looking high, and he's going to follow. He's going to follow Rexing. Go ahead.
Nair Stock started from the pit last. It's going to lose a lap soon, so that's a bad restart for Nair Stock.
Daniel Falkingham is rolling, so an early caution here might help him out. And the way that these races have gone, that's a possibility. So he has in front of him Mason Mitchum, who finished on the podium in race 1. He has fallen to the back. McKiernan has as well. Also back there is Seb Alexander, I believe. There's Seb Alexander, Miles Brown, Jonathan Cutlip, Hayden Lull, Victor Aldrich. They're all in the back here. Biding time. Looking on the low side of Harrison Talon, who is now, we got the paints loaded. He's not in the plain white wrapper. Hunter Smith around Nick Stockner. Stockner finished on the podium in race 1.
You know what is interesting is Noah Gill. It is a little the rookie standing, but it's about leading by 2 points because Hoytsma is in 111 versus 113 on Noah Gill. So that is also close in there for the championship.
There's Hoytsma. He is now in 3rd. So we are now starting to find the favorites for the rookie championship. Rookie championship, much like we kind of really said that the Drivers' Championship is wide open. The defending series champion not with us this season. But we said really it's kind of, we suspected it would be Falkenham's championship to lose. But it is kind of wide open. And that rookie championship, really, it is wide open. Somebody new obviously is going to win that, being the rookie championship, of course, but it's going to be someone that we haven't really seen race before a lot here on the channel. Nigel Stock trying to stay high. Underneath him is Brian Blauman, Noah Gill, Ricky Paz. Caution! Josh Osborne in the M&M's car off of turn 2 down the backstretch.
By himself, man.
Oh, he smacks the wall right in front of Victor Aldrich. Oh, wow! Man, this is lucky that was a sim. This is a sim.
Oh, no.
He is so lucky that this is a sim. Let's ride from Victor Aldrich's point of view. It's this car right here. And you're going to see him. He's going to get the dirty air from Mason, and he's going to go out to the wall, and he's just going to really smack the thing. Boom, tanks, and he just shoots right into that gap there. And that is a hard hit. And let's go back and ride with him on this one. Just take this position. He's getting the dirty air. This is what he's getting, the dirty air, and it just goes up into the wall. But watch. He's going, and there's no, again, not, bam. If that was a real car with all of the crush panels and the crush zones and even the safer barrier that he was going to hit there, that would have been extremely damaging to his feet in real life. I mean, we're talking along the lines of probably what we saw at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in qualifying in 2017, I think it was, when Seb Bourdais wrecked in qualifying. And even though those were the DW12s, it's the same tub, basically same type of technology. And wow, what a lick! What a lick!
Well, let's put this in the real life. They don't keep the throttle stuck to crash in the wall. But we've seen in real life over than 200 actually, 200 and something miles per hour crashing the wall and gone. And it's a lot of all them. But yeah, man, it is really violent the way he crashed actually.
Now, this is an opportunity for Daniel Falkenham. We've seen him do this before. He has come to pit road. He has topped off. I think he's even topped off again. So he's going to be packed with fuel. There are 4 sets of tires that they can put on for this race. I wonder if he's just topped off the tank, or did he throw on a new set? That after 11 laps, he might have. But we're going to see what Falkenham did at Pocono. Remember where he got the penalty at Pocono and he had to go all the way to the back and he raced his way forward? Now there's an opportunity here for Falkenham. He's not out of this yet.
No, actually, no. I think he have a repairs, he cannot have a repair. Something happened with him. We have a 36.9 on the box.
Unless he just took his time. I mean, maybe he decided to, if he's racing in VR, lift the headset, take a drink, wipe the brow. I mean, you're going to start last anyways. Right?
I don't know.
You don't have to. You don't have to rush.
Have a damage.
You don't have to rush. I don't know.
Remember when the jacks is out, they stop to counting in your box. So
we're gonna
that's what I think is.
Go green next time. We're gonna go green next time. So more than a century before Chicagoland Speedway opened in Joliet, the Chicago area had a super speedway that was astonishing, really astonishing for its time. Speedway Park, commonly called Maywood Speedway or Chicago Speedway, was a 2-mile wooden board oval built west of Chicago. It opened in 1915, so think of Homestead, but at 2 miles. That's approximately what it looked like. Here's part that puts the speed in perspective. This is how fast they ran here. The track used 14 million board feet of poplar, 2x4 lumber. The straights were 60 feet wide, the corners were 70 feet wide, and the turns were banked at 19 degrees, not too dissimilar to what we have here. Barney Oldfield, who also ran at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, ran a lap of 111.5 miles per hour. Want to put that speed into perspective, the Indy 500 had been run only 26 days earlier, and Howdy Wilcox won the Indianapolis 500 pole at 98.9 miles per hour. The brand new Chicago track during that race, Dario Resta, that name sound familiar. That's one of the original Dario racers in IndyCar history. He qualified at 110 miles an hour. So about 12 miles per hour faster than they raced at Indianapolis at a 2.5-mile oval at this 2-mile high-banked oval in the Chicago area. Green flag back out. It's Rexing, Stellard, Hoytsma, Gavin Hibbs. Clindy now up the 5th.
Yeah, a lot of people, Miles Brown, man, is bouncing around everywhere. Kind of dangerous. Side by side with Decker. I'll put the car on the street, actually. He's just bouncing around. I hear the race control talking about the restart, so I don't know what they're talking about. Somebody complaining about restart, so all good. But Daniel fucking have the best hard.
Yeah, he is up to 27th.
Yeah. Go to the back to the front, and try to start to pull away all of this danger zone, because I think that when you're out of the danger zone is when you're top 10. So now you're danger zone, because if something happens on the front, sure, you're going to have a contact.
Oh, sorry, we missed a 3-wide pass for the lead. John Stellard shoots the middle, and he goes to the point. He separates Hibbs and Rexing. So Hibbs and Rexing, two drivers that have a lot of experience racing each other in the Elite Racing League, and the family of leagues here in the Elite Racing League. John Stellard, a IndyCar community member. And then behind him, Hoytsma. He's going to shoot the middle. They're going to bring Clindy with them.
Yeah, people who don't see on the front, all the Hibbs and Clindy, also Stellar, but man, 3-wide on the front, going for John Stellar on the front.
And it should mention that Chicago board track I was talking about, when they did race there, it was a 500-mile race. And through my research, it is one of the few racetracks in IndyCar history that isn't Indianapolis, isn't Pocono, isn't Michigan, isn't Auto Club, isn't Ontario to have a 500-mile race. Thought that was pretty astonishing.
What about the Chicago Speedway?
How long did that track last? Not very long.
What happened with that?
They had to tear it down. It was just hard to maintain, and we were really. Have you ever built a deck on your house before? You know what I'm talking about? A wooden deck.
Okay.
Yeah, you go out and you buy the treated wood, and it lasts forever. And you know, back then they didn't have treated wood, so it was subject to the Chicago winters and everything, and it just tore it up. and after a while, it was too expensive to maintain. But board tracks in the 1910s and 1920s were extremely popular. In fact, if Indy cars weren't racing on dirt or they weren't racing on bricks at Indianapolis, more than likely they were racing on a board track.
It's going to be a really interesting sensation on the inside the car.
I'm sure with those little tiny wheels and the leaf spring shocks that they had, they were probably rattling their teeth loose, I'm sure.
Poor AJ Foyt, man.
Well, this is like AJ Foyt. I don't even know was born by this time yet. I don't know.
Do you think he maybe racing at least once, or maybe he practicing once?
I don't think he ever did any board races, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was dirt and pavement. I think his first race was the last race, and the inside! Rexing, 4 wide, going into the corner, and he had to do a big lift. I believe AJ Foyt's rookie race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway was the last race with bricks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think that was either his first race or his first win was the last race with bricks at the Speedway before they paved it over. For the longest time, the turns were paved at the Speedway, but the straights were still bricks. And then eventually they paved it all. But you've seen when they've done repair work at the Brickyard that when they dig deep beneath the pavement there, they actually do reach the original layer of bricks, which is pretty cool. I think that is awesome IndyCar racing archaeology. Glindy looking for the sweep. In the words of Ernie Banks, let's play 2, and he is ready to race 2. He wins race 1. Oh, and he almost comes up, almost makes contact with Hoytsma. Hoytsma in the Team Conti livery. That's one of the major setup shops in the community. Here comes Gavin Hibbs. Now, let's tell you those that stopped on that pit stop at lap 9 and the caution that we had at lap 9. First car on pit road, Seb Alexander in 16th. Daniel Falkingham's now up to 18th. He has caught Seb Alexander. Mason Mitchum, Trey Holmes, Cutlip, Rakes, Wagner, McKiernan, Talon, Aldrich, Stockner, Huckleberry, they all came to pit road. Oh, wow! And you're talking about the danger zone, and we almost saw it. Nige Camargo almost, and that's lucky that Netco didn't take over there.
I don't know. He needs to run away from there, but you know what? He started to lose time. He is about, a second behind on the big group. And he needs to run, man. He needs to run away. But I think he needs a yellow flag to back to the front and try to maybe gain some position up there.
Says Speedway Park only lasted a few years. The racing ended the summer of 1918. It's only 3 years.
Jello, have a car in the wall.
Ryan Schold up in the wall off a turn. No yellow. We are not cautioned. We are still running.
Have a contact with Matt Wagner in turn. No shot. Oh, no shot. Shot, what are you doing?
So let's watch this.
Contact with him.
So yeah, again, this is teammate on teammate, fratricide off of. This is down turn 2. Down the backstretch. Remember, this is a curved backstretch, and it just. Oh wow! Right in front of Craig Forsyth, and I want to ride with Craig if I could get on his car here, and I want to go back and we'll race from his point of view. I wonder if he saw this coming. Let's watch how he reacts. This is in slow motion, half speed. Wow. You've raced with teammates before. I don't know how well you guys communicated. I know when I raced with teammates before, I tell them when I'm in the neighborhood and I give a wide berth. I do not want to be that driver that wrecks a teammate. I've done it before. I don't ever want to do it again. And basically they got caught up in a wreck that I started, and I still feel bad. But what do you tell a teammate when you're passing them? Give me room? I'm going to give you room? What do you tell them?
I coming for the outside, coming for the inside. Can I come in for the inside, outside? Sorry, I coming for outside. That's the way. I think that's the best way. But also, it's like, yeah, you're coming faster, so okay, pass me. And then it's 2 or 5 laps after that. They told me you're supposed to.
And there is the caution, and Chris James on the backstretch, backwards, coming off a 2. Let's see what happens.
I don't know. Oh my God, they have somebody hit on the back also too, and I think was Decker.
That is Decker and the Little Eagle Warriors for Peace car right behind him.
Oh
but
my God,
I think Chris James goes up into the wall, and that's how he collects the contact. I don't think Decker did anything wrong there. Oh, Watson. Oh, Watson.
Yeah.
There was another driver that was in the neighborhood there. I don't. Miles Brown, he had to dodge. Watch this. As we're watching pit stops taking place now with all the leaders coming in. As I was saying on the Speedway Park, Archive Moto, which is, I believe, a website, reports that the property was later donated to the U.S. government for World War I, and timbers from the wooden speedway were used to construct a veterans hospital. Motorsport magazine describes the 1915 Chicago 500 as the only 500-mile race ever run on a board track. The distance was really considered too long for a spectator experience, so later board races were generally shorter. But it's weird, they still raced 500 miles at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is a slower track, but they only won at the Chicago track. Of course, not the only oval in the Chicagoland Speedway. Don't forget Chicago Motor Speedway, which was the 1 mile oval that Chip Ganassi owned and kart raced there for a couple of years. It looked very much like a Loudon or a Milwaukee, and they only raced there for a couple of years. I hear the racing was not exceptionally good there, and only literally a couple of races. I believe there is a YouTube video out there about the rise and fall of Chicago Motor Speedway. I believe they built it on top of an old horse track, I believe. And I don't think that Speedway made any. Might have made a kart video game, like a kart arcade style video game. I don't think it made any sims. I know there's no way that iRacing could ever get the board tracks in, but it would be cool if they could recreate some of the board tracks, but with pavement banking and pavement. That would be so so cool. But then we'd be getting into the realm of what iRacing doesn't like to do, and that's get into tracks that don't either exist or they cannot scan. Nicholas Stockner is the leader. What we're going to do is take a real quick ad break to get some words in from our sponsors before we go green. I think we're going to go green next time after the pace car leaves. If not, we'll be back a lot sooner. But stand by. This is race 2 of the F5 Challenge. Twin 187s. And if we come back earlier, I will bring us back earlier.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Boland Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Boland Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Before anyone else was talking about it, we were building it. Sim Gaming Expo, America's original, community-driven, multi-genre simulation gaming event. Experience the latest hardware and tech, meet creators, watch live competitions, and celebrate your passion with fellow sim enthusiasts. Join us September 18th to 20th, 2026 at the Schaumburg Convention Center in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Perfect timing. We're back here at Chicagoland Speedway. Green flag is out at lap 37 of race 2 of 125 laps. It is Stockner who finished on the podium in race 1 as their leader. Primetime John Stellard, who finished in the top 10 in race 1, is in second, and our winner of race 1 is in third. Gavin Hibbs fourth. Blauman in fifth. That is your top 5 in the early stages here. Most everyone's completed at least one pit stop. Your points leader, Daniel Falkenham, back in 14th position.
Yeah, good to have it a rookie on the front. It's good to have somebody different like a Stellar and Racine also too. Rick Paz also too. Look at Heutzmann on front. Lucky Chad is not penalized for that, so they give a penalized for to Ryan Schultz for the incident. So even that, Ryan Schultz have a people flag. So anyways, no penalized for Chad for that. So. Yeah, I think we are lap 40 coming next one, and I think guys still have a time. But Daniel Falkenham, like I said, better to stay out.
Yeah, you're right.
Gain position and start to go away for that thing.
And he's in 14th. There he is. Clindy goes to the point. He went 3 wide in the 3 and 4. Comes out as the leader now underneath him. Primetime John Stellard gets the position. Oh, Stockner slides up in front of Hibbs. Hibbs ducks down. Tries to get the position. Here comes Ricky Paz, the maestro, conducting his way up to P4. This is his home racetrack. He is from Northwest Indiana. That's the Chicago region. So this is a doubleheader race. It's the second ever doubleheader in Elite Racing League IndyCar history. First doubleheader was at Texas in 2025B. There are 2 very different kinds of IndyCar doubleheaders in real life. The modern version is what you'll see this weekend. It's a weekend doubleheader. One race on Saturday, another race on Sunday. And this, like I said, will happen this weekend at Milwaukee. The other version, it's a bit of an older version. It's 2 complete races on the same day, a same-day doubleheader. Same-day twin races were a recurring part of American open-wheel racing in the late 60s and 70s. Disappeared after Rick Mears swept both Atlanta races in 81 and returned at Texas in 2011. Texas is the cleanest modern comparison of a same-day, day-night doubleheader. Dario Franchitti won race 1, Will Power won race 2, but Texas used a blind draw for the second starting lineup, and each race only paid for half points. Tonight's race 1 finishes matter directly. The top 10 inverts, so everybody from 11th on back stays to where they finish, and both Chicagoland races today are paying full points. Noah Gill, Stockner, racing for position. They were racing for position a lot in race 1. Joining them is Coker. This is 11th, 12th, and 13th. If you remember the COVID season for IndyCar racing, 2020, that was a season of doubleheaders. I think they had something like 5 or 6 doubleheaders that season. Clindy down low underneath John Stellard. They are working together, and they're going to be joined by Ricky Paz. Ricky Paz is a teammate to John Stellard. Car in the wall coming off a 2, and that is Chad Frankenfield and Seb Alexander. Oh.
I heard that you need the.
Chad is just, he's going to be fit to be tied. It's just been one of those nights. And see what happens. Seb Alexander, the dirty air of the car in front of him.
Oh, the same way.
And just,
the same way happened with Daniel and Seb, and the same way, but in this case, both of them have a people flag. And Chad said the same thing. You did the same thing for the Falkenham. I know you did with me. Oh no, Chad is not happy.
I'm going to guess Chad is not happy.
It sent a lot of effort.
Well, here once again we will simulate the the radio call. Go ahead. Hold on. Okay, now go ahead and put in what he said on the radio.
He said, "Oh fuck, you did it."
You can't say that. I gotta bleep you out.
He said that.
You can't.
You know what the good thing?
You can't say that.
You know what the good thing about the ROL, all the stuff? They say that.
Oh, in real life, if you go to the racetrack and you listen to the scanners, if you have a sensitive constitution to listening to language, do not listen to team radios. However, we are PG here. Actually, we're more than PG here. I think we're PG-13 here, just like the WWE was. So we can't say that, but I could I could bleep it out with the IndyCar radio sound.
I thought you did that. That's what I said. That. Anyways, that's a good thing. I remember in New Hampshire, the race in New Hampshire with the Tony Stewart, I think so, and Bobby Lazier. Bobby Lazier was?
Oh, he put Buddy Lazier into the wall. Remember?
Yeah.
That was 96 New Hampshire, yeah.
This guy, and anyways.
I think Richie Hearn started from the pole in that race, didn't he?
Oh, I guess.
I think he did. The Duralube 200 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the next to last race with the old cars before they went to the new formula. If you want to call the 97 car the new formula.
Yeah, and then it started to sound like they used to sound like a NASCAR stuff. Anyway.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
They had V8 engines in them, naturally aspirated V8 engines, made by GM, which they called the Aurora engine, based upon the Oldsmobile Aurora, and Infiniti had an engine that was based upon their Nissan line. And then they had three chassis. They had the Dallara chassis, G-Force chassis, and Riley and Scott chassis. Riley and Scott chassis only lasted a couple of years. I think it made it to 3 years before Riley and Scott abandoned IndyCar racing in general. They made a lot of sports cars, like in 24 hours type of cars, the Daytona prototypes. They won one race, ironically, with Buddy Lazier at Phoenix. They started dead last on the grid, and they won that race in a Riley and Scott. But that was the and you had two different tire types you could choose from back in the day as well. You could race with Firestone tires. You could race with Goodyear tires. I do enjoy how Goodyear, during Fox coverage of IndyCar races, runs their commercials. If they really wanted the best commercial, they should return to the IndyCar series and be a tire supplier.
Oh, it would be amazing, man, to have a battle in between engines.
Can you imagine the tire war with the new car? If they want the new car to be faster and then put a tire war in the middle of that, that new car for sure will be faster.
Oh, sure. They have to. Oh, man. It's going to be amazing, man. It used to be, and many other, except the NASCAR. They have all the good
NASCAR had a tire war. It was Hoosier tires. Hoosier tires. Oh. This is in the early 90s. They had Hoosier Tires, which is an Indiana-based company, and Goodyear. And after a while, I think NASCAR basically said, hey, we're just going to do one tire. And they kind of caused Hoosier to close shop. But that was Hoosier's still in racing. I think they do a lot of dirt racing.
Good.
World of Outlaws, I think, and stuff like that. Getting ready to go green. Clindy is your leader at lap 50. Coming to 51 here of the F5 Challenge Twin 187s. Want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, share, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss out on the next race. The next race for us on P1, actually, right now, we do have a race going on, I believe, with the AMA. If you want to open that in another browser. And then tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern time, our race, IIS race at Milwaukee. Last oval race of the season, and Kevin Burrell will probably become your 3-time back-to-back IIS champion. That is tomorrow at Milwaukee, 4 p.m. Eastern. But up front, it is Stellard and Clindy, then Paz, Hibbs, Blauman, Rexing, Forsyth, Gill, Coker, and Albrecht, your top 10. And still lurking in the battle somewhere is Frankenfield. Or excuse me, not Frankenfield, Falkingham. Frankenfield's done. Falkingham is back in 18th.
Yeah, it's still in danger zone, but I think it's about...
No!
Oh, my God.
Miles Brown with a bit of a fade. Miles Brown in the wall. Hayden Lawler gets by. Hunter Smith is going to get by. That's the last thing Daniel Falkingham really needs. I mean, you talked about him being in the danger zone, and then the mid-pack, you're kind of in that danger zone. And you said you don't really classify much out of the danger zone until you get out into the top 10. And he still has a little ways to go. He's in 16th. But he has some hard racers right around him right now. Mason Mitchum, who finished on the podium in race 1, and Hoytsma, who finished in the top 5 in race 1.
Yeah, well, you feel I always feel comfortable when you're top 10. Also, it can happen Sunday on the front, but it's really one in a 10 maybe can't happen races. So, but I think it's about 7th spot, but man, it's getting difficult, man. It's getting difficult for him with the new tires. They cannot make the pass now, make the pass of Waxon, and now he is second in the strategy B on the race.
So he's in the draft. So when we see the draft, you don't see it, but it's invisible air. It's a low pressure zone behind the car in front of him. But what he's getting is he's getting a pull in the air, so it's going to help him go faster. But he doesn't have the downforce on these front wing elements that you see right here. So it's going to cause the car to push up the racetrack. And there's Camargo in front of him, so he's getting the dirty air from Camargo. But he's in the draft right now. Now he's in the dirty air, big lift. He's in the high line, super high line. Camargo goes up, gives him the dirty air. He's going to have a run coming off the corner, goes to the inside. He's going to have the draft of the car in front of him. That is Mason Mitchum. Going to help pull him forward. Nice. The draft envelope of these cars is about 1.5 seconds. So they're well within the draft envelope. Oh! He drops a gear to help that car rotate a little bit with the dirty air in front of him. In front of him, that's Noah Carmichael and Mason Mitchum. 2 rookies, and rookies in name only, a lot of experience. Give you the Robbie Gordon cam. Show you the Justin Pet Shower livery. And again, we dearly miss our friend Justin. Passed away a week ago about this time. And we continue to send out thoughts and prayers to all his family, his friends, his teammates, everyone here at P1. He was a big contributor to the channel, was an ambassador to the IIS. Oh, into the wall in front, Noah Carmichael. Going to cost him a little bit of momentum. And another, almost a free position here for Daniel Falkingham.
Just passed, like I said, he just passed the point when you need to do the best to don't have an incident. And now Carmichael is have an issue, almost hit the wall again. So now Daniel is about
13th. 13th.
Yeah, actually it's about. Oh, let me count it. 7 positions closer to Brian, and he's at 5 now.
And there we're showing you gaps between each cars. So Falkingham has 7/10 to Mason Mitchum, and actually losing ground right now. Meanwhile, up front, Clindy and John Stellard continue to swap the lead back and forth. Ricky Paz riding in third, just hanging out. Gavin Hibbs not hanging out. He goes to the low side. Gavin Hibbs trying to get underneath Ricky Paz, who started from the pole in our first race of the season at Pocono. It was a bit of a quick day for him, unfortunately. Had a good race, I think, at Portland. So I have a stat here. Let's bring the camera to Mason Mitchum. So we saw a big stat on back in Milwaukee when Brian Blauman came from dead last on the field to win that race, and he has the record for the largest come from the back of the pack to a win record in the league. He improved 38 positions, I think, is what it was. Maybe more. I got to go back and remember. But I can ask my database, and it might be able to remind me. But Mason Mitchum, for his run to second place, is the deepest starting position for any runner-up in ERL history. From 35th to 2nd in race 1. That is the most ever positions made up for someone to finish the race in second position. And as mentioned, the farthest back that it answered my question for me. It anticipated I was going to ask this. Brian Brauman won Milwaukee from 37th, beating the record set previously and held previously by Adriano Pinero, who started 33rd at Pocono a year ago. So congratulations to Mason Mitchum. He might want the win, but he now owns that record here in the Elite Racing League.
Nice.
We
was talking about, oh my God, Richie Hearn almost hit the wall.
Want to thank our sponsors. There is Richie Hearn, the track record holder here in real life in IndyCar competition. Want to thank all of our sponsors, F5 Challenge, Lucas Oil School of Racing, Blue Egg, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Boland Ford. I thank everybody for being sponsors. No, excuse me, Boland Ford. I said Boland Ford. Tom Boland. Gotta get the B out. Blue Egg, Lucas Oil, Worldwide Technology Racing, Boland Ford. Thank you for being sponsors. Make sure to check them out. Links for all the sponsors you can find in the description. Watching Richie Hearn, the track record holder here, and right behind him, Daniel Falkingham. He has caught this back.
Yeah, man, 23 versus 37 on the tires between each other. So, oh my God!
There was very little margin of error there. Tonight's F5 Challenge Twin 187s are proudly sponsored by F5 Challenge. This nonprofit organization enriches lives through face-to-face fellowship and exciting adventure challenges in a faith-driven environment. The mission is built around the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. F5 Challenges inspires people to lead active lives, connected and purpose-filled lives. And to learn more, to get involved, check out their links in the description. Every time I read that out, I always remember of Kurt Angle and his 5, was it the 5 eyes that he had? Integrity, intelligence. Was it? Yeah, Kurt Angle, the 5 eyes or something.
I think it's 3, man.
I have to ask. I'll ask Skynet to look that up for me. And while you do that, the Elite Racing League's P1 IndyCar Championship is proudly sponsored by us at P1. P1 delivers race-focused sim racing coverage on iRacing with professional commentary. It's arguable right there. Graphics and production. To learn more about P1 or request a quote for your league, follow P1 on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and Linktree. All the links you need are in the description.
Kurt Angle.
Intensity,
integrity, intelligence.
The 3 eyes. The 3 eyes.
3 eyes.
And I think it was Kurt Angle or Chris Jericho said the 4 eyes, and the imbecile was the last one. Idiot, imbecile. Thanks for joining us. We're at lap 76 of 125. We have now passed the point where we would be completing our Indy Oval coverage. So we are now in the final 50 laps of this race.
Oh yeah, you're right. We should be. Okay, let's go home.
Yeah, it's time to go home.
No. Yeah, 41 minutes the race. I think the first race was an hour and something because the yellow flag. An hour. Exactly an hour. Counting in the race up.
So Chad is shouting out Chris Albrecht in the F5 car. He's up 13 spots now. At the time they put the Chad in, up 14 spots. So he's actually one of your biggest movers now inside the top 15, our former Indy 500 pole sitter. Almost got that win at Pocono to start the season. He was in the neighborhood.
Oh.
Racing for Track Racing, teammate to Matty Wags, who has a win here in the series last season last season, yeah, I think it was last season. Gosh, seems so long ago. He probably hates it when I say that, by the way. At Motegi.
To be honest, when we're talking about the first race, we broadcasting together on the, I think it was on the Motegi on ERL. That was long time ago.
R.C. Anderson won that race.
Yeah.
A first race together, yeah.
Dot. I give it a dot. Craig Porsche coming to the pit now. I give the dot for Adriano Pinheiro, and then Adriano Pinheiro decided to pull over. And then the only incident with somebody, I don't remember who, in the pit road, somebody decided to brake in the middle with another two or three, 4 cars on behind. They have an incident on the pit road.
Greg Forsyth coming to pit road with 45 to go. That will be his last stop. You'll want to know when we expect the leaders to come to pit road. And here are stint times. Clindy at 48 laps. We expect him anytime. Stellard at 48. Hibbs at 48. Paz. Everybody right there. Up to Mitchum. Mitchum is at 34. But the thing is, he's not going to be able to go the distance. He's going to have to stop one more time. So everybody has one more stop in the offing. There is nobody that can go the distance right now. Well, the exception now is Craig Forsyth. He can go the distance. His last stop is done.
Yeah, we're going to see a pit party soon coming.
Yeah, I think we saw James Watson on pit road, Nigel Camargo on pit road, teammates there.
Oh, it's coming. Richie Hearn is coming. Chris Albrecht, somebody on chat said it's 14 spot in front. Pretty good for him.
Wow, look at Richie Hearn. Dirt track that thing around turn 4 on the bottom. You can't set the track record on the apron, though, Richie, but he's aiming for it. He's aiming for it. Glindy, pit road. Glindy on pit road. In front of him, primetime John Stellard on pit road, and somehow jumped Clindy. I missed that. There's another car coming to pit road. Cutlip pit road scheduled stop. I knew it was one of the bright yellow cars. I thought it might be James Watson again. So Hibbs staying out. Ricky Paz is going to stay in the draft. So they're going to go as deep as possible to make a shorter fill.
Oh, no. Taylor. What happened with Taylor? It's not the right way to come in. But anyways, maybe he's going to retire the car.
Oh, that is, yeah, you don't want to be down there. Well, I don't know. I guess he's checking the health of the grass here at the Speedway. Maybe you know what? Maybe he had a mechanical and the monitor blanked out, or that's what I'm looking like. It's like the best thing to do is just go to the bottom and go to the grass and try to slow down. So maybe a mechanical, but that's not going to bring out a caution. In real IndyCar racing, it would, but here in iRacing, go ahead.
What is unfortunate for Brian Blumman. Coming out, one of the drivers, the car number McKenna. They coming to the pit, and then he needs to slow down. He lose at least maybe 2-3 seconds over there on the pit road because 2 cars are coming out. Also, Taylor is coming.
Yeah, let's see this. Yeah, here he is. And I mean, I will say this: McKiernan is under no obligation to slow down, and he's trying to merge. And it's going to cost him time on pit road, but it's just bad timing for Blauman. I mean, there's nothing wrong there.
No, nothing wrong, but maybe he's gonna lose the top 5 he have before coming to the pit. Now
Jared Rexing pit road.
Ahead? Now it's ahead of Clendy. Something happened with Clendy. Clendy 9 seconds versus 8.3. Sorry, on Brian. So at least he didn't lose that time, but it could be better without that issue.
Mason Mitchum back up to the front, just like in race number 1, but he's not going to be able to come to complete the race in this position. He's still going to have to come to pit road. He last pitted at lap 47. He's 42 laps into the stint. He has about another 8 laps or so before he comes to pit road, and that will be his final stop. Daniel Falkenham in the same boat. Falkenham, lap 47, and he'll come to pit road here at 43 laps into his stint. So that will turn, I believe, the lead of this race over to Gavin Hibbs, I think.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it is. Gabby Gibbs is coming. Is going to be the leader, and Ricky Paz is close. So Gabby, actually, it's not close. It's 1.92 seconds behind, and Laman is over there on the Ricky Paz. So, surprise! Even with that, Laman is going to take top 3 or top 2, maybe on the second strategy. Lucky guy, man.
Well, this man is on a bit of a dry streak at the moment. His one and only win came at New Hampshire in 2024A. And this is one of my first broadcasts that I ever did here in the Elite Racing League. And it was a thrilling dogfight finish with Jason Brophy, who won the Eventual Series Championship that year. But it was a thrilling dogfight finish with Jason Brophy, an ace, an honest-to-God ace in the community level in these cars against someone that's, pretty much would consider themselves, they like the IndyCar, but they're more of a stock car guy here in this league. And it was at New Hampshire, and he ran him down and passed him and won that race. That was 917 days ago, or 61 races, whatever number you want to look at. That is how long it's been for this man, and he is looking to end this, and he has had so many great runs leading into today. He had a great run. He was at Michigan or Fontana, and he just outran the fuel mileage. He just ran that hard, and he dominated today. Remember that? And he just used too much fuel, and it just didn't work out, the pit strategy for him. And then the last race that we were just watching here, he was among the leaders in that one as well. So he definitely has the pace. He likes this racetrack. And remember what I talked about. He won the Cup Series race, the Elite Racing League Cup Series race right here at this racetrack in the A season earlier this year. So he likes Chicagoland.
Yeah, I remember the race we talked about. Maybe they have a chance, but no, he was like 20 seconds ahead for everyone. I don't remember, was a 25 Cisco.
He had it was a huge lead.
But man, at the end, he wasn't good. And
I think he learned a lot in that race, because I think the IndyCar regulars kind of played a rope-a-dope with him. And I'm like, just go ahead. Go ahead. And he's like, hey, I'm just going to pull a big lead here. And then all of a sudden, when you start running the numbers, it didn't work out in his favor, unfortunately. But maybe that changes today. He is coming to pit road. Mason Mitchum now coming to pit road.
Can be the race won by Seb Alexander. I'm not sure. I think it was 24B.
Was it the Matthew Weeks win? The impossible win? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, he just outran the fuel mileage. But, man, he has himself right now, Hunter Smith at lap 47. He's going to have to come to pit road here soon, too. And this is going to turn into a bit of another, depending on what strategy you are on, this is what this race is going to turn into once again. So those that are on that alternate strategy, that's the one that's going to pay off right now. Hunter Smith, he's going to have to come to pit road. He's lap 52 into his stint, so he's on borrowed time. Stockner, he's coming to pit road now. So the guy that finished on the podium in race 1 looks like will not be finishing on the podium in race 2, but a good day nevertheless for the rookie. Ricky Paz, he is 11 laps in, and he has now assumed the race lead around Gavin Hibbs. And he is good to go to the end. Yeah. So Ricky Paz, the maestro, conducting his way with some sweet, sweet music to the lead here.
That's good. Good for Ricky Paz after all. This is incident, the race 1, and last week also 2 weeks ago with Milwaukee. And man, this is gonna be good for him. But we still have a lot of laps. It's 25 to go. Maybe it can be how about the chance and there for Ricky Paz. Even in Pocono, when he started for the
yeah, he had the pace.
Theater.
Yeah, he had the pace. Unfortunately, he just got taken out in an early incident.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. And now is the time. At least we'll finish the top 5, like a consolation. But if he can fight it for the victory, it's gonna be good for him.
Hunter Smith comes to pit road. He gives up his time at the front. So it's Ricky Paz, Gavin Hibbs, Brian Blauman, Clendy, winner of race 1, and Craig Forsyth very quietly has worked his way into the top 5. Falkingham, not a player right now, not a factor right now. But again, 23 laps to go. A late caution could turn this race on its head. He's currently in the 12th position behind Mason Mitchum. Still a lot of racing left here. 22 laps. Everybody that's up at the front pretty much is good to go to the end. Close on strategy will be Forsyth. He's 23 laps into his stint. He'll be right around the 50-lap mark, so he might have to save. Same thing for Richie Hearn. Same thing for Chris Albrecht. They're about in the 20-lap marks already in this stint. With 22 to go, that's going to be cutting it close. Albrecht did 50 laps on his first stint. Forsyth did 47, so math said Forsyth might have to come in.
Maybe can come in if he put the right amount on the car. But man, we don't want the yellow flag. Actually, Brian, they don't want the yellow flag. No, it's gonna be a disaster for him because all the points he lose on the first race, it's gonna be good for now, and maybe it can be close at the 42 points between Daniel and him. But what if maybe he can win the race and waiting for the mistake on Gabby Gibbs? He almost hit the kiss the wall or scrapping the wall in there. And Ricky Paz, they have a good lead actually. Even with the lap down in front, he's working pretty good.
All right, so what we're going to do here is I got to get in another word from our sponsors here. So then we'll get the 19 to go. We'll get in a word from Worldwide Technology Raceway. Their upcoming upcoming races and plans of events. So make sure you order your tickets, and then we will come back for the conclusion of this race. Don't go anywhere. 18 laps to go. Ricky Paz, your leader in race number 2 here at Chicagoland.
Some moments are gone forever the second they pass. NASCAR Weekend at Worldwide Technology Raceway September 12th and 13th is one of them. The race, the roar, the Confluence Music Festival, the shows, the energy, the memories made with family and friends that become stories you'll tell for years. This isn't just a race ticket. It's an incredible value packed with unforgettable experiences. You can relive highlights, but you can never relive the moment. Don't be the one who missed it. Get your tickets now. Some weekends entertain you, others stay with you forever. September 12th and 13th, the Confluence Music Festival at Worldwide Technology Raceway becomes the soundtrack to an unforgettable NASCAR weekend. Experience the rising star power of Stella Lefty, the iconic energy of Yin Yang Twins and Busta Rhymes, more than 20 live bands, and an epic post-race finale with Old Dominion. It's not just a concert, it's not just a race, it's where memories are made, friendships grow, and moments become legends. Be there. Get your tickets today.
We're back, 15 to go, and we're watching a battle for second between Gavin Hibbs and Brian Blauman, and that battle has caused Clindy to get into the picture here, and it's caused, really, Ricky Paz to kind of escape as he is now 5 cents a second ahead with 15 to go. But Gavin Hibbs, I think, has turned up the wick. He has caught the draft of McKiernan in front of him. He's going to try to pull himself forward and get closer into this battle. Maybe they bring Blauman and Clindy with them, but Hibbs way up in the high line, in the Larson line, with the grip strip. Here's Clindy to the inside of Blauman.
It is loose on the there. He's killing the tires on using the first line, and they still side by side with that, and that's the problem. He made that.
Is it Blauman you said's loose? Blauman's loose?
It's a little loose on the exit on the turn 2 last lap, but
so let's watch. Let's watch Blauman here, because you're going to watch the counter steer back this way as he gets off the corner. And one of the reasons you could tell he's loose, there's that counter steer, so he's turning out of the corner early. He's up in this high line. He does not want to turn this wheel any more this direction than he has to, even though he's down in the bottom line right now.
Yeah, that's okay for now, but the last lap also was loose when the Clindy make the pass.
Oh, McKiernan goes low on Clindy. Clindy wanted to go low, and he had to change his line to go high. This is going to cost him a little time.
Oh, Ricky Paz complaining about the lap down, but it's no blue flag in the oval series, oval races, so you need to work in to make the pass, so it is not mandatory for lap down to leave past the leaders. Oh, Gabby Gibbs hit the wall.
Yeah, Gavin Hibbs into the wall, trying to use that high line. He goes around Camargo. Clindy is around Blauman now, and he sets sail for Hibbs. And there is still time. Clindy can run him down 10 laps. Can Clindy sweep both races here at Chicagoland? There is still time, and he is within 8/10 of the lead. Camargo down low. Clindy's getting a shorter line through the corner. It's going to be more momentum on the high side for Hibbs. But Clindy is now within the draft. Here's your interval between positions. 3/10. Looking out the back of Hibbs. That is Clindy. Oh, Hibbs kind of into the wall. You saw some sparks fly. Clindy there. Still time. Coming to 8 to go.
It's getting close. It's 6/10, 7/10 of the leader. And I think he have a lot of time, but the Ricky Paz have so much issue with the decker in front. He cannot make the pass. And he needs to make the pass now. Actually, he's going for him on the high line. Man, this is going to be interesting with the 7 to go possible line.
And Ricky Paz, Clindy smacks a little bit of a tank slapper, a little bit of a kiss, as you would say. Ricky Paz, the win might have come on pit road. He was in the box a second less than Gavin Hibbs.
Oh, Clindy!
Clindy off the wall, but he catches it.
Oh, my, that's lucky.
Watch, he gets into the dirty air of Hibbs, and pow.
Oh, no. He still losing time.
He's there. We're going to have a three-way battle for the lead here at Chicagoland. Let's warm up those cameras. We got a photo finish inbound. Here's Gavin Hibbs down low, Ricky Paz up high, and Clindy looking for the sweep. Not out of this yet. They're all together. Put a blanket over him, cover him by 0.3 of a second of the line. 5 to go. This is going to be a good one.
Gonna be good one. I think Ricky Paz wants to finish the race right now, but it's coming Clindy.
Paz is going to have slightly better tires. Paz has only 32 laps. Clindy has 36 laps. Gavin Hibbs has 34. Clindy down low and by. Clindy has moved on past, and now he's going to attack the Maestro. It is the Pink Panther versus the Maestro. Bring up your Harry Mancini right now. Here we go off the corner, getting a run in the draft. Clindy on the attenuator, going to take a peek to the inside, and 3 and 4 on the Mexican. It's an American versus a Mexican right now in Chicagoland. Clindy looking for another win here in his home track. Down low, he gets a nose across at the line. He's now looking at possibly getting, there's a car spinning through the front stretch area. That is Decker. We are not cautioned. Going through the corner, Clindy slides up, almost into the wall. Ricky Paz made contact. Not out of this yet is Gavin Hibbs. Clindy down low. 3 and 4, we have not gone caution. Coming off 3 and 4, we're coming to the 2 to go. Clindy clears him. He is now ahead by a full car length. Through the corner one more time, and 1 and 2. Ricky Paz getting a run on the high side. They move up and contact. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ricky into the wall, and caution is out, and Clindy is going to win the race under caution.
Oh my God, I don't know, my friend. Oh no.
All right, everybody. This is unofficial. Gavin Hibbs is damaged. He has a meatball flag, but he's going to finish the race with inside the 5-lap penalty window. So it's not going to be I don't think that's going to cost him anything. Keep in mind, all results are unofficial now. So we might get a steward decision on this.
Give me 1 second. So it's a penalty against Clindy. So it's tallied to Clindy. So it end to the line to Clindy. So it's gonna win Gabby Gibbs the race.
And Gavin Hibbs will get that second victory that he has been long sought after. After 917 days, he gets his second career win. And he now joins the same fraternity that Clindy joined in race 1 and the fraternity of multi-time race winners here in the Elite Racing League. Brian Blauman finishes second. Mitchum comes home third. We will talk to Mitchum. He's got 2 podiums today.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's good. Wow. So glad Brian Blauman said about the yellow flag. He maybe have some problem with the car, but what a nice for Brian Blauman for the championship, man.
Yes,
it's really good for him.
Yeah, he actually gains on Falkendam. Falkendam did a good job. He came home in 8th. Let's get you today's results here for race number 2. Gavin Hibbs with his second career win in the Elite Racing League. He is now the 17th different driver to have more than 1 win. Brian Blauman second. Another podium finish for Brian. Mason Mitchum third. He finishes the day with 2 podiums. Jared Rexing. I think Jared Rexing had a good first race, if I remember. He comes home 4th. Craig Forsyth 5th. Chris Albrecht in 6th, John Stellard in 7th, Daniel Falkingham 8th, Shane Coker in 9th, and Richie Hearn, the track record holder, in 10th. Hayden Law, Matt Wagner, Noah Gill, Jonathan Cutliff, Lucas Hoytsma, your top 15, Hunter Smith, Carmichael, Trey Holmes, Stockner and Rakes, your top 20. Nigel Stock, Clindy will fall back to the last car on the lead lap. He's in 22nd, Nigel Camargo 23rd. James Watson 24th, McKiernan 25th, Jordan Decker 26th, Aldrich Brown, Dave Huckleberry, Ricky Paz, your top 30. And I think that is, let's see, go to the next page. Yeah. Harrison Talent, Chad Frankenfeld, Seb Alexander, Chris James, Ryan Scholl, and Josh Osborne. Your 36-car field here for race 2. And I forgot to say the purple lap in race 1. I forgot to hit the button. I'll do this here. Mason Mitchum got the purple lap, by the way, in race 1 or race 2.
I don't even know the first one. So.
All right. Your driver of the race.
It's gonna be Chris Ulrich. Start at 22, season of 6. So it's gonna be the driver of the day. Also mentioned to Hayden Lowell, 21, and Jonathan Curley on 21 also too. But it's gonna be Chris Ulrich. Sorry.
So our Indy 500 pole sitter from a couple seasons ago, he becomes your Luis Gonzalez Nunez, driver of the race. And, it's funny that we kind of just started this award, not as a joke, just as a chance to mention other people by name and say, hey, they had a good race. There is actually people aiming now to become the Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race. People are now aiming for that. They're like, well, I didn't get the win, I didn't get the top 5, but I got the LGN award.
Man, it's so good when you're somebody in the broadcasting show respect, or maybe show at least a second of your effort on the race. But some others that don't do it. They don't, and they need it, and they still don't. So good to have that, because I used to have that problems, and it's like, man, nobody told me about it.
Yeah, I worked so hard in this race to pass 29 people, right? And then you're in the top 10, but you're like 7th or 8th, and you just get mentioned for finishing there, but nothing how you got there. So yeah, I am right there with you. So that's Chris Albrecht. Let's bring in Mason Mitchum. I don't know who's all going to be in the interview room, so we might have race 1. Sorry, I don't remember. It was Clindy, Mitchum, and Stockner in race 1. Yes.
Yes.
So, Clindy, Mitchum. Sorry. My computer's not agreeing with me. Stockner on race 1, and then race 2 was Hibbs. Blauman, and Mitchum again. So I can shout them out one more time. Okay, let's cue out the music. Let's do that here. Boom, 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 boom. And we will bring in Mason Mitchum, who's had a hell of a day. Here he is. We'll get into the right Discord server. And joining us in the booth is Mason Mitchum. Man, what a day, what a day, what a day. Race 1 was filled with a little excitement for you. You got on, finished second there. I have a record for you. I'll tell you about here in a second that you accomplished in that race 2, finishing second. But finished third here in the second race. You really love these 1 mile intermediate, 1.5 mile intermediate ovals First of all, what is it with these things, and how'd you make it work today? 2 podiums.
Yeah. First off, I think like when it comes to these 1.5 mile tracks, it's just the ones I've done the most. A lot of them are really similar to other ones. So like, if you kind of get used to how they are, then they're more or less all kind of the same strategies, all kind of the same. All comes down to tire saving at the end of the day, right? And I just wanted to come out here and practice going through the field, so that's why I kind of come out here and do these long races. They're fun, and I think that I'm going to keep doing it until I get faster and faster, and until hopefully I get better and better. That's the plan, right?
You've had 6 official starts here in the Elite Racing League, and half of them you finished on the podium. That's a pretty remarkable record. 2 today, and of course your initial podium that you got at the Auto Club California 500 earlier last season. We've talked about your racecraft before. You got to win in another league. You're just kind of picking up momentum in general. What is it as of late? Is it just the 1.5 miles and the draft tracks that you seem to click with, or do you feel the skill set getting sharper the more that you put into this car?
Well, I think I've always had an affinity for, like, the bigger the track, the better I get. That's what I always kind of say. Like, I am absolutely not very good at short tracks. I've been putting a lot of time into getting better at like Milwaukee and New Hampshire and Phoenixes, and I'm just not there yet. I have less experience at those because I just don't enjoy them as much, and I need to get better at them. That's kind of where I am on the shorter tracks. The big tracks are just what I like, and if you like something, you want to do it a lot.
Right.
So I just run a bunch of officials, I'll run a bunch of leagues, and just hone my skills and sharpen up. Right, that's what it comes down to.
Well, you become the first driver in at least the IndyCar side of things in the Elite Racing League to finish on the podium in 2 halves of a doubleheader. Finished second in race 1, finished second in race 2. Now, here's your record that I wanted to tell you about. You finished 35 spots better in your run to second place in race 1. Which is a record for the highest, for the farthest back someone has come from in the back of the pack to finish second in the Elite Racing League history for IndyCar. Not necessarily the record you want, but it's a record that you definitely own. Congratulations on such a very successful day. Any shout-outs to friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, Votive Racing out here. We had a whole team out here today. Shane, Stellard, Sean Gellard. We got to get rid of Sean Gellard. We'll keep Stellard, and of course Ricky Paz is out here as well. And we all more or less had good races today. I mean, Shane got, I think, 9th place on both races. That's pretty consistent. So overall we did good. It's a shame that Ricky, him and Clindy kind of got into each other at the end, but. Regardless, if I crash on the last lap like that, it's like whatever, right? At the end of the day, I know that I was up front doing my job, and I wouldn't be too disappointed. So at the end of the day, a shout out all the Votive guys though, and Clindy for being in there with us. And I've learned so much from Clindy. It's actually insane. I actually probably attribute like a lot of my gain and I guess you say like acumen at these tracks to learning from him. He's such a good teacher and such a good driver. Once again, shame what happened at the end of the day. It's just what's going to happen sometimes. But other than that, shout out my girlfriend. She's always watching the races. I literally heard the TV turned up, and I heard you in there yelling at the beginning of this race. I was like, dang, Gary is going crazy in there. So, I could hear it from the living room. I was like, what the heck? Something must be happening up front. I was too far back to see it. But other than that, that's all I got, guys. Oh, and I'll shout out P1, of course. I mean, you guys do such a great job. I love going back and watching these races. I love like just seeing like what I was doing wrong and maybe like what everyone else is doing that I think are good drivers, so I can kind of copy them and learn from them. So thank you guys for putting these on because we're just lucky to have you. So that's all I got today, guys. Y'all take it easy.
This stat line actually shows where you started 35th in race 1 because I don't know. I thought I cleared the stat line, but anyways, this covers. You did get up high and lead us first, but you finished this particular race in 3rd. Oh, you were low as 35th. Okay, sorry. You started in 26th. Okay, I see what's going on. You didn't do. I don't know what you're going to really see out there when you watch this back to see how much you did wrong. You did a whole lot right tonight. congratulations on the dual podiums. And we'll see you in a week or so when we resume. We'll probably see you in the Oval Series on Tuesday night. But we'll see you whenever you line back up with us again here in the Elite Racing League.
Sounds good. Yes, sir. See you later.
That's Mason Mitchum. Wow. I mean, Lewis, 2 podiums for a day. I mean, these races aren't long, and to get yourself in a position where you can get 2 podiums, that's pretty good for him. And he was talking about it, that there's not a lot of secret and strategy. And someone that races especially a lot on the Indy Fixed Series or the Indy Oval Series, when we come to these racetracks, they're only 75 laps on, so they're only 50 laps longer than the Fixed Series. With a lot of experience there, it definitely rolls over into this type of doubleheader race here in the Elite Racing League.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. My first races in the Elite, long time ago, 5 years ago, 6 maybe. It is tough. It's different things. You coming here, you're racing long distance, and then in the sprint and the oval series and the official series, it's just small things. So here you can improve and feel like you do a sprint and that time, but here you have to battle with a lot of things, especially with the tire and also with the sweating and concentration also too. That's one of the things.
Let's bring in Brian Blauman, and back on the podium after a real quick respite of race 1 by not finishing on the podium. An insane season for you. P3 at Pocono, P2 at Portland. You got the win at Milwaukee, P3 at Laguna. Okay, so P13 race 1, but a P2 here in race 2. The most important thing is we do have the updated points, and you're back now. You only lost 3 points this entire 2-race stretch here for this doubleheader. It could have gone any direction and a whole lot worse, but you only lost 3 points. You lost, of course, a lot in that first race, and you pretty much gained it all back. Daniel only leads the championship now by 25 points. You got to feel pretty good there, bringing this car home again on the podium once again, and keeping the damage in the points championship to the bare minimum.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I am a little disappointed that the podium streak had to be broken there. But what a crazy night. This ended up being, I enjoyed this race, so much fun. But race 1, I ended up kind of getting caught in the middle between 2 strategies, whether to save fuel or to go fast. And kind of looking back on it, that's what led me to getting 13th. If I had just backed off and saved fuel, I would have probably ended up still at top 5. So kicking myself a little bit for that one, but I was really glad to kind of make up for it in race 2. And yeah, I was hanging on there at the end. Once I got up to Hibbs, I had burnt my tires up, and I was just praying that it would hang on to stay in front of Mason behind me. But when I saw those leaders crash, I for a second thought Hibbs was also damaged and wouldn't.
He was damaged. He was damaged.
Yeah.
So if this race didn't end under caution, well, things could have been different for you.
Yeah, but to still get second on a kind of a crazy night like this, I'm really, really happy with it. So, yeah, what a. I'm just trying to gather myself because that was certainly quite intense towards the end.
Let's something that you mentioned about the pit stops in race 1. I think you're one of the ones that stayed out under that first caution, right? Is that what you did? You stayed out to get the track position?
I pitted on that first yellow because you could run the race backwards from that point with some fuel save to get the one stop. But I got caught in a situation where there was really the leaders were like a couple seconds up the road and there was no one really behind me. I was kind of in no man's land. So I didn't know what to really do. So I decided to push and see if I could catch the leaders in case the yellow came out or something. But looking back on it, if I had just backed off a bit and made sure I hit fuel save and hit my numbers, I still would have come home a top 5 and gotten another solid result, maybe a podium, and who knows, maybe the streak still goes on. But,
well, one of those things we talked about in the race 1 with the people that stayed out is we think it ultimately hurt them in the long run because they had to pit under green, and to come to pit road under green, you have to do it on the apron in turns 3 and 4, whereas if you come under caution, you just come directly off turn 4 on the racetrack. So if you are going to, if the guys that stayed out for the track position, their pit road delta was going to be considerably longer because they had to come in off of 3 and 4 under racing conditions, whereas everyone else came to pit road under caution off of 4. The play, you did the right play. Pitting under caution with the way that we did pitting here is probably the way to go, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think tonight, what surprised me was just how bad the tire wear was, and how bad the fall off was. So, those guys staying on old tires, and us taking new tires, we were able to catch right back up to them and even pass some of them. So, that played a big factor in it as well. And, yeah, like I said, I'm proud that I got on the right strategy, but needed to commit to either going fast right from the get-go or save fuel to make sure I made it to the end on one stop, because ultimately that cost me some spots. But glad that we didn't have to worry about that in race 2, and I was able just to go flat out and not have to fuel save.
Last question for you. How'd you feel about the format? Last time we did the format, it was a day-night doubleheader at Texas. Here, it was a day doubleheader. You were under day conditions both times. So there wasn't like a different race for race 2 where everyone's kind of up on one another's tail and nose and tail on the attenuator there for a pack race. Did you like that better, or would you have liked the addition of changing it up for race 2 to make race 2 at night and race 1 during the heat of the day?
I'm not too sure. I think, honestly, a night race still would have been pretty good. I think obviously it would have been a little bit more packy, but with how bad the tire wear was, and I mean, you saw the field spread like after, halfway through a run, I still think that would have happened somewhat, under the lights. So it would have been cool to see, but having the 2 races be similar conditions was easy to, the things I learned in race 1, I was able to kind of directly then apply to race 2. So, it could have gone either way, but I'm kind of glad to put this one behind me because I was a little worried.
Well, yeah, this was 2. These weren't 2 100% length races, but they were 2 100% points races. And you're right. Anything could have happened, and you generally survived. You lost a little ground, but generally survived. And now we're heading back to a road course. I think we got a road course. I'll bring up the schedule on the screen here. Road course on the schedule next. And you're pretty good at those. And Watkins Glen, it seems like be one of those racetracks that everyone likes to go to. And these cars race pretty well there. So I'm assuming you're looking forward to that. But we'll let you get on out of here. It was a long day. We're 20 minutes till 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
So the usual, you guys doing a great job on the broadcast. I can't wait to watch this one back, especially the race 2 and that finish there. Shout Rexing, my teammate, got 2 top 5s tonight.
He did an awesome job. You're right. He did.
It was great to have him up there and running so well. And, shout out to him. He did a great job. And then, again, all the Lake Dorman guys for all their support. And, glad to put this one behind us and look forward to getting back on some twisty racetracks.
Yeah, but after that, not too long after a twisty racetrack, we're back on another 1.5 oval like this. So don't get too comfortable. We got one more to go still. Congratulations, though, keeping pace in the points. You're only now 25 out. Come into the day 22 out, so you only lost 3 points, but you managed to get the podium in race 2. Congratulations, and we'll see you in a week when we get to the Glen.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a great night.
And that is Brian Blauman again on the podium. Man, that guy has a heck of a streak going on. I mean, if you disregard, he could actually argue he's finished on the podium in every night that we've raced this season. Not every race, but every night we've raced this season. So he's had an amazing record. It's just Falkingham has been that much more dominant in certain cases.
Well, it's like a Tyler 40 when it's happened with him, even Ethan Stanley when he tried to be the champion. And then coming this guy named Adriano Pinheiro, sorry, that's the wrong and but that's the problem. So now Brian have the chance, he still have a close, not like 100 points to go or 100 points far. He have a lot of races. He can have issues like again happened with Daniel in the race 1.
Yeah.
Could be happening in race 2 also.
Yeah.
For example, some issue with the DC or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. He had issues in race 1 and race 2. Yeah, you're right.
So what if?
Yeah.
We're talking about that. So we don't want to jinx Daniel yet.
Yet. Brian Blauman, 52 career starts. He has those 2 wins, 13 podiums, 21 top 5s, 29 top 10s, 4 poles. And after tonight, he only led 1 lap. He has 314 laps led in his career. Here he is. And this is a guy that has been so close on so many different occasions to getting back in the victory lane. And he finally gets it today, my friend. You have ended a 917-day drought. 61 races between your 2 wins at New Hampshire in 2024 and here tonight. And by the luck of all luck, you get the meatball flag, but it's inside of 5 laps, and it doesn't matter. You come home as the winner. Congratulations on getting win number 2. You're now among 17 different drivers in the history of the Elite Racing League IndyCar Series to have now more than 1 win. Congratulations. Talk about that race.
Oh my God, Gary, where do I begin? Oh man, I'm just ecstatic, not like you said, over 900 days since the last win, and oh my goodness, tonight was something I was not expecting whatsoever. My pace on these speedway tracks just has never been there ever since I started Elite IndyCar 4 years ago. Like, it's just been awful pace, whether it's qualifying or race running. I mean,
right.
I failed to qualify for the 500 last season. It's just shows how far off I am on the speedways. But man, tonight was just a very chaotic race. I was not expecting, to be running top 10 and both races all night long. It was a very, very fun combo tonight, and I'm glad we got more than just one race tonight, around here. That was probably the most fun I've had, and goodness, it's been quite a while, but Man, I'm just so excited, Gary. Man,
I can hear. And if you're into numerology, I got some numbers. Do you care to guess what number start this is for you in IndyCar competition?
Oh man, probably it has to be in like the 90s or something.
It seems like that. It's not though. By the count on Sim Racer Hub. We have you at, by my database, it says, and if this is right, I'll have to double check this up on Sim Racer Hub. And it just, when I say it, you'll just go nice. It's your 69th career start. So, and on top of that, it's your third. What's that?
I'm not gonna lie, I was scared when you were gonna say my 67th, so I'm just scared for that.
Well, you know what? I'm glad it wasn't the 67th because I don't get that. I'm too Gen X. I don't get that joke. I don't get that joke at all. But on top of that, we have to get to number 13 somehow, right? And this is your 13th career Elite Racing League combined series win. So all in all, I mean, not an unlucky 13 here. And what a race. I mean, you were looking pretty stout in race 1, but unfortunately you just had to make that late stop. You didn't have the fuel mileage. And we've seen that happen to you before. We were talking about, I think it was either one of the US 500s or one of the California 500s that you were dominant that day, but you just literally outran fuel mileage on everybody. And you just had to make an extra stop because you were just burning so much more fuel than everyone. I think you might have learned something from that race because I was telling Lewis, I think the IndyCar regulars played a little rope-a-dope on you and just like, we'll just let the fast stock car guy pull away and burn fuel, and then we'll just win on fuel mileage, and that's kind of what happened there. Did you learn anything from these close near misses? I mean, you beat one of the all-time greats in Jason Brophy for your first win. But there was a lot of heartbreak in between win 1 and win 2. Did you learn anything in those races that you're able to apply today at all? Possibly maybe on that fuel saving when you kind of outran your fuel mileage in one of those 500 milers?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I've learned a lot these last 2.5 years in between wins, and I got to give a shout out to the guys at Little Eagle. I mean, the notes that they give me every week that we go to places, just which bars to run, which weight jacker to run while in traffic, and what fuel map to be in. It's definitely helped me a lot, especially in the last year. I've been a Little Eagle driver, so I mean, all my props goes to those guys. But I also had to learn some things by myself. My problem was, especially those last couple of years, just I've been getting in my head too much during these races, and I get fired up a lot. A lot of my teammates and some of the other some of the fueled up guys that now run an IndyCar, they'll tell you I'm not a very calm driver during these races, but I've learned.
Did you find calm? Did you find calm running at the front of this pack at all when you were getting this win today? Did you find calm, or was if you were to give us your pulse rate during those last 5 laps, what would it be?
It definitely was a bit lower than you would think. I initially, when like the whole pit cycle, we all cycled out. It was pretty high up. I'm not wearing my watch, so it probably would have helped a lot. But once I knew Clendy was gonna get past me, I was just I was content just running third, and had a good front row view of those two duking it out. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here, be content with third if they don't wreck, and if they do, then try my best to avoid it. But I guess that didn't go so well. But but it doesn't matter. So.
Were you happy that that this thing finished under caution? Because if it didn't, you were going to have to come to pit road.
No, I was fine with it, playing out either way. I was good on fuel this time, so we're good. We were good there, but yeah, it's just, man, was just a crazy night all around.
Well, we'll let you get in those shout-outs. You definitely earned them, and it's definitely been a drought between wins. I'm going to have to look up what the possible record is for longest stint between wins. I'll ask my database that. I think you're going to be up there, but still, I don't think it's any less sweet. So go right ahead with your shout-outs. You definitely earned them. Friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to, go right ahead. Your second career win here in the Elite Racing League.
Yeah, I got to shout out first off both my parents, man. They don't know what's going on in the sim world, but they sometimes ask me about it, and I'll tell them about it, and they'll watch from time to time. So I'll probably share it with them, just so that they can have something to watch back on, and not be heartbroken by my results. So shout out to my parents. Shout out to my sponsor, Numbers by Joe Francis, man. He's been my boy for the last 7 years that I've known him, and we've been racing together. And he makes. I wish there was a face cam for this winning interview, because he makes great signs. Whether it's your iRacing number, your iRacing team logo, on my back wall. So if you want either that made, hit him up, Joe F24 ever on Twitter. Racecraft Academy, I know Paul hasn't been racing the last couple of weeks, so Paul Mikolajczyk, shout out to him, for bringing me, him and Blake Reynolds bringing me in, and it definitely gotten me a lot better over the last year.
Dude we told him, dude won the Daytona 500. He needs to get into the IndyCar and try to do to get the Indy 500 now win. He's got to do it.
Oh, trust me.
You got to encourage him to do it.
I'll encourage him for sure. I'll text him.
The Indianapolis Motor Speedway, at least in sim racing, has been very good to Polish racers. So he needs to do that. Yeah, he needs to do that.
Yeah,
for sure.
he is an official or an iRacing official Indy 500 winner, so he definitely can do it. So I'm gonna definitely
get him in
try
there.
and
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna try and spam him to join this. But Little Eagle Racing, I gotta give a shout out to them too. I mean, just like I said earlier, just how much I've learned from those guys over the last year. And Ryan's jokingly texted me before the season started. He's like, if you don't have a mental lapse, every 5 minutes during these races, you'll finish great. And
that's a great teammate.
He's not wrong though, but and I'm glad I've listened to that, because this season's probably been the best, without a doubt, the best I've had in the last 4 years. And I got to shout out those guys, him, Chad, Hunter. I know Vandermeer is in the Netherlands.
Yeah, he's watching
so.
The Formula One race there, but he did all of our graphics, so shout out to him for sure.
Yeah, Justin's such a great dude, and does a great job with those graphics. And last but not least, you and Lewis, man, you guys have put together such great broadcasts, over the last couple seasons, and I always look forward to watching these back, especially if I have a great run. So my last big shout out is to obviously you guys, and it's just been awesome to watch races back.
Well, you make them great. You make them great to call. So we aren't the number one watch most Elite Racing League or Elite Racing Network and Elite Racing League by mistake. You guys put on a great show, and man, you are now third in points, and now I mean you are a race and a half back from the leader, but there's still a lot of racing to go, and you're still not out of this. At the very least, you could be aiming for a podium championship finish. At the most, if things go your way, there might be a championship in your offering. So keep with it. But you're right. This is by far your best season, and getting a win here today, man, it feels really good. And I do have a number for you. You do have the Elite Racing League record for the longest gap measured by races between wins. Your 61 winless streak, 61 winless streak, or the 61 race winless streak ended today. You had the record there. The record of days is actually held by my good pal Caleb Binsey. He had 1,167 days between wins. But one of those wins was an Indy 500, which I'm glad. I know he's glad he has, and I know you will want one of those eventually. So congratulations. Maybe this is just a sign of things to come, getting off the schneid here the second time. Maybe get some momentum in some of these other races, and maybe we see you back in victory lane again. I think we will. Congratulations. Please go celebrate. You definitely earned this one.
Oh, I definitely will. And again, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And, woohoo!
Go celebrate. Gavin Hibbs, winner tonight for race number 2 at Chicagoland. Joining your win earlier this year at Chicagoland in the Cup Series. So kind of like the Chicagoland Meister.
I forgot about that.
I cover all stats, man. I got it all covered.
January is such a long time ago.
I know. It does seem like forever ago. Well, congrats, man. And Mr. Chicagoland right here in the Elite Racing League, Gavin Hibbs getting the win today to back up the win he did in the Cup Series here earlier in the year. Congrats, and we'll catch you the next one.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
If you have a streak, that dry spell, just talk as long as you want. It was so, and he was so genuinely happy. It's like you don't get these opportunities to get a very happy person to victory lane all the time, and he was definitely happy. And I'm going to say this: he was definitely lucky. If that race was any more than 5 laps to go, he would have had to come to pit road because there would have been a restart. And he would have had to answer the meatball flag. He was damaged, and there was luck there. But with that luck, there was a great deal of skill because he put himself in a position to get the win today. And even on that white flag lap, even if he wasn't in the position to win, he was still there. And this win still means as much, and it pays as many points as anything else, and he got it today. And I thought for a doubleheader, Lewis, I thought both races were good. I think the racecraft that the drivers showed this race was a little bit better than what we saw in Milwaukee. But we're done with the ovals at least for another week, and we go to Watkins Glen next.
Yeah, Watkins Glen. You said if it happened like that, sure, the happiness is gonna be by Brian Blumen because it's gonna get close for the championship. But good to have us in the broadcast to have a lot of time to the people to talk about the happiness and how happy you are, and not just give you one question and just say whatever you want and then gone. So it's at least they give us we give you the good time for the people happy,
and we give you the Luis Gonzalez Nunez Driver Award.
Exactly, because also I forgot one thing. When I said something about the shoutouts for Lowell, for Jonathan Curlin, and also Noah Carmichael, also for 14th spot, and Nigel Stock also too in the 21. So I forgot to mention that because I received another complaining about
it means something. I told you your award when we started it meant nothing, and now everyone's like, man, if I get nothing else, I want the LGN award.
It was like okay, I have to mention that, but I did. So that's for all these drivers. Anyways, yeah, it's coming the track with everyone's nose, people knows like a Monza, like a Silverstone, like Road America also too. Brands Hatch, I think so, no, but Watkins Glen is the track like your palm, basically.
Yep.
And that's gonna be the track. We are back once again on the schedule. Long time ago, we don't see Watkins Glen, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how it's gonna be the Fockingham. What else? Noah Gills also too. We can put in there. Richie Hearn also too. Brian,
yeah,
gonna be out there. But I think we have a lot of people. He can make at some point some good approach for the championship. But I think it's these two guys gonna be in there and keep an eye on that. So we are back to back and to back again. Thank you to the schedule guy.
Four races in 3 weeks. Yeah, thank you, schedule guy.
Schedule guy, thank you so much. So September 3. And then we thank you for the schedule guy to add finally, and we please keep it out about what has happened a long time ago, because if we keep it like that, we should Indianapolis not be in the schedule also too, and many others like Fontana or Michigan even too, for scheduled races in the league. So good to have Las Vegas back and have Richie Hearn, one of the winners, the first winner on the Las Vegas 500K in the lineup. So it's going to be in September 10, and then we have a break, 2 weeks break, 3 weeks break, I think so, something like that, to go back to the back-to-back.
Oh, yeah. It is a slog to finish this season. It is going to be a slog, that is for sure.
Yeah, and then November 12th for the last one, and then see you next year. So see you next week from Watkins Glen, back for the race on the round 7, actually, on the 60 laps, man. Watkins.
Yeah. So 1 week for tonight, the championship leads the oval again, but we're getting to a part of the schedule where we're going to have more ovals than we will road courses, but we've kind of road course heavy to start this first half of the season. We're heading to Watkins Glen International for the 4th running of the Elite Indy Grand Prix at the Glen. We're doing 60 laps, about 200 miles, scheduled next Thursday, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, September 3rd, live right here on the Elite Racing Network and P1 Broadcasting. and that will be the third race in this That will be the third race week in this 4-race stretch. 1 week after Watkins Glen, because the inaugural F5 Challenge 500K at Las Vegas before the championship finally gets a short reset ahead of everything starting the last run at Indianapolis, and that last run that consists of 2 500-mile races and qualifying for the Indianapolis 500. So 3 of the most hard events that you have to plan for still have to go this season. You have the whole getting 10 miles to qualify for Indy, and then 2 500-mile races in that last home stretch to round out this season. Let's give everyone back their Thursday nights. They could start the weekends now.
Don't forget tomorrow's 4 p.m. The IIS, and this Sunday Atlanta with the
Votive, yeah. And that's it for tonight. Race 1 of the F5 Challenge Twin 187s. Your podium for race 1 was Clindy, Mason Mitchum, and Nick Stockner. And then race 2, Gavin Hibbs, Brian Blauman, and Mason Mitchum again. Mason Mitchum finished on both podiums, so congratulations to him. So congratulations to Clindy for winning race 1 and Hibbs for winning race 2. Join Luis Gonzalez Nunez and myself again next Thursday when the P1 IndyCar Championship heads to Watkins Glen International for the 4th running of the Elite Indy Grand Prix at the Glen. We've had 3 previous runnings and 3 different winners, so we're looking for another winner to keep that streak running. The 3 previous winners are not in the entry list, so we're going to have a new winner regardless. For the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything at YouTube at youtube.com and just at /P1 Broadcasting or search Elite Racing Network. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please support ERN and P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's doubleheader. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, the bell for weekly reminders to miss out on more of ERN's and P1's other iRacing programming. Tonight's F5 Challenge Twin 187s were proudly sponsored by F5 Challenge. The P1 IndyCar Championship is proudly sponsored by P1 Broadcasting. Tonight's Pole Award was sponsored by 4D Raceway, and a special thank you to the Elite Racing League's premier partners, Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil, School of Racing, and Tom Boland Ford. For business inquiries to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can find all of our social links on Linktree. The links are in the description. So for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at the Elite Racing Network, P1 Broadcasting, the Elite Racing League F5 Challenge, I'm Gary Gatto saying to all, hey guys, happy Thursday, and thanks for watching, everybody. To all of our men and women serving in the military as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again next week, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, when the Elite Racing League returns for the Elite Grand Prix at Watkins Glen. Until then, we'll see ya.